Hi Internet! Welcome back to the stream. Happy Friday. Hope everyone's doing good. It is the weekend and I personally am quite glad it is finally the weekend. Ah! It's good. I needed the break. We're finally getting the break for at least a day. It'll be at least a day in which I can just kind of sleep for a little bit, which is excellent. I got a COVID booster on Wednesday. It almost knocked me out of work on Thursday, and it still tried to do some shit today, and I'm hoping by tomorrow it will just be fucking done and clear, and I can wake up and not have been sweating the whole night, because for some reason it decided to fuck with my temperature regulation like the most, which just kind of sucks. But anyway, enough about my medical problems. Hope everyone is doing well. At the top of the stream, a couple of announcements. The Eternal Poro Cup is currently scheduled for Sunday at 10 a.m. Pacific time. This may change, or i.e. it may be canceled and postponed for a future date. If we don't get 8 people signed up, we'd like to do a double elimination draft, which is obviously difficult if you have fewer than 8 people, just based on the way the math works out. So minimum 8. If we don't hit that, we'll be postponing it probably until May, just to get more people to have time to think about whether or not to sign up and hopefully get a few more people registered. If we don't get more people registered by then, obviously we'll be probably just revamping the deck building conditions and seeing what's most exciting for folks in a meme tournament. But we're learning as we go. So if you're interested in the Poro Cup tournament, Eternal Poro Cup tournament, the deck building rules and everything are at elzon.com, and Flufferton and I are standing by to see if I can send anybody, one of Flufferton's siblings, on Sunday. But for now, I actually have no idea what I want to play today. It's one of those rare days when I actually don't really have much of a meme in mind. So I'm probably just gonna pick something that seems entertaining. Like, I was actually having some fun with Galio. I know I was talking about how, Formidable is a little stinky. But, maybe we can do some stuff just as a warm up. Also, new kid, I'm winning at fucking life. I think. Well, my body would beg to differ, so maybe not quite as much as I'd like to be. But we're doing okay. How are you? Welcome back to the stream, and to the chat, and things, and stuff. Shreeman Stoner is a name that I recognize. We have played against Shreeman Stoner before, but I obviously don't remember if they were playing any Jin at the time. I don't recall that one for sure. Also, hi Raptor Squeak, welcome back. How's it going? New kid, thank you for the sub to Winning on Life. That person has it going on for sure. Appreciate the gift sub. We're also at 269, and there's a 69 in there, so clearly it is just the absolute bestest number possible. I'd like to slap a burb. Do you like my burb? It's a big one. It's a big chunky burbo. Going great. Finished a stressful project 3 hours ago, drinking alcohol and vibing. Yo, congrats on finishing the project. That's good shit. Yeah, last time you were here, you were telling me that your school shit was like wrapping up. How close are you again? Because I think it's been a week or so, right?
Let's go, Fang.
I don't want to deal with that, and also like literally cannot deal with that, so I'm just gonna fucking ignore it. We do have Challenger. We do have some stuff to do. Done by the end of day Wednesday. Oh, that's super close. Congrats again. That means it's your 3rd anniversary for 69. It is. Yo, 3 fucking anniversaries for 69 is actually kind of fucking incredible. I have so many stance fucking swaps. Truly a legend. It is the holy trinity of 69s. I'm gonna do this, and then we're probably gonna die somehow, but it will die for a good cause called taking out the city breaker. Last in-person exam is Tuesday. Last exam is due online by 11 p.m. Wednesday night. Move home next Saturday. Oh, I'm glad that they give you like at least a little time to like move out and shit, because when I graduated college, I lived on campus well, I guess you do too. When I lived on campus my senior year, they were very aggressive in the timeline of which you had to move out. It was graduation ceremony in the morning, and then dorms closed at 5 p.m. that day. So it was like everybody's on the lawn and everybody's celebrating, and then boom, if you don't move your shit, you're done for. And I was just like, wait, no, I wanted to have time here, motherfucker. No time allowed, apparently. Absolutely no time allowed. I'm gonna cast a charger, I think. Let's do that. Just so it was immediately just like party, and then everybody moved their cars in so people could pack up their shit. Yeah, what's your... Actually, they don't have flock anymore. Obviously, they have things like pirouette and things, but they don't have flock, which I'm just kind of currently, like, holding on to, like, a lot a bit. I don't know how they expect to keep that, but I'm assuming there's some means by which they anticipate doing so. I'm not quite sure what that is supposed to do. They do prefer if you move it the day after your last exam, but the hard close for dorms is Saturday night, unless you apply for a short stay. Yeah, we couldn't do short stays or anything. It was just you're done for. Remember Booze Cruise? Oh yeah, we did have a very nice thing called Booze Cruise, which was basically they took us on a boat to get drunk. A boobs cruise is better. I think the student body would have agreed with you at the time that a boobs cruise would have potentially been better than a booze cruise. We did unfortunately get the booze cruise option, but hey, it was alcohol on a free boat, so like not too many complaints. Booze and boobs cruise? Okay, depending on what was happening in the fucking bathrooms, that might be accurate. That might be fucking accurate. Because I went to use the bathroom and I went in there and I was like, yep, no, those people are definitely fucking. So, like, for some people, it was both. I personally didn't want to fuck on a strange boat, but yeah, it's me. You know, that's just me. I'm sorry. I was not particularly feeling it in that moment exactly. All day fucking? All day fucking! Anyway, I'm gonna cast a stance. I have a lot of stances. That's fine. I have an Udyr. I think that should be okay. Let's give it O2 and regen. We're up to 2 stances now, and we are going to cast a Galio! Also, capture Ayamatata, if I'm pronouncing that all correctly. I'm glad you like the lights! Welcome into the chat, by the way. How's it going? Also, Queen! Yo! I was just looking at the pass and realizing how much I have to do for that fucking shit, and I'm not at nearly as close as you are. I'm at 300 something, which is just very small. It's very small, and we're leaving in a little bit, so I'm gonna have to fucking kick that up a notch now, don't I? Give us Udyr or Riot? I mean, I think that's a perfectly reasonable reaction. I demand a Udyr as well. I'm gonna just Galio, I think. It's the big chunky monster on his way. Also, Dan the Man, hello! You finally got your animated emote approved. Yo, that actually looks so fucking good. That's so good. Nice, congrats. You're at 650. That's much better. I'm still dribbling around at 340 or some shit like that. It's a little disappointing. It's a little annoying. What are you at? 29 of 25. I can afford to lose that. Could I just go down to 9? I'm gonna do this actually. I'm afraid of them is the problem. I'm just like slightly afraid of them. Can I fight you with it when you get it unlocked? Oh, the soul skin? Fuck yeah, you can, sure. Berserk! Hi, welcome back. How are you as well? I'm doing pretty good, actually. I'm leveling a Galio, so I'm doing actually pretty decent, I think. I think I'm actually playing the deck that you sent. No, that's from Broken. That's from Broken. I think maybe both of you sent me decks, which is what I'm thinking about. But I'm playing a Galio. It's feeling pretty good. We have leveled our fucking Galio, which is also feeling pretty good. Farting puff cap? What? Farting, not the farting puff cap. We do get a surrender immediately. We still got it! We still got it! Also, hi, Sick Pike! Welcome back. How's it going? Yeah, so that went very well. First game of the day. Knocking out wins. Intimidating the Jhin players. I don't need to intimidate the Chin players. There's not a lot of them, but I intimidated one today. Anyway, I think, no, I'm just going. We don't have any submissions right now. We're just going. Queen is looking for that soul skin. We're over here. Also, Kitten, hello. Ellen Z, hey, welcome back. How's it going? That's Varus Samira. I might have less of a fun time against Varus Samira. We have not that, please, at the moment. Not quite that. You might play League. Do you want to get sucked into the League hole? Is that what you're looking for? Yeah, we got Duran Protege, etc. We're currently in Diamond. I might not have time to climb to Masters before we leave for vacation in next week, but we're just having a good time. You woke kind of early. It's 4:10 a.m., but at least I'm alive. Thank you for spending your early morning here. I hope you're enjoying it. That sucks. What can I sacrifice the most easily? Well, I don't want to take 5 fucking damage, so we're gonna cast Duran and probably sack it. You want League holes? Not the League holes! Yeah, also Berserk, thank you for the deck code. Momentous? Momentous, okay. That's a lot of resources for a rat, but also understandable. Duran Protege, which doesn't really help. We've got a blocking Badger Bear just as a unit, but we're definitely an uphill battle versus the 5-2 at the moment. Also, Syntax, welcome back. Time to Lurkadur, gonna do the daily Animal Crossing while listening. I have fun with the Animal Crossing. People keep recommending Animal Crossing to me, or at least what this one friend I have keeps recommending it to me, and I still have yet to play it. I've just never touched it. Maybe one day. Is April 21st. April 21. Paste that in. Okay. Berserk, I got your deck code here. Sleeping since 10 a.m. yesterday? Oh, 10 a.m. yesterday. I mean, that's a long sleep, but you know what? Fucking fair. If you need it, fucking get it. I'm still learning, but buff bear. Give my bear a buff. Also, please don't murder it somehow. What date it is? It's Silver 10th January. 2023 hasn't started yet. 2023 is still, or it's like just kicking off. We're still getting adjusted. You managed to get 5 wins in the Unlimited Champ Gauntlet with Senna Karma set using Go Hard. Oh, that's kind of fancy. I like it. Good shit. Yeah, I mean, I'm gonna try to make that train. Duran Protege has already kind of fucking done its job. Use your PC monitor for Animal Crossing instead of using your Switch screen, otherwise it would not be a Lurkadirk! Not the anti-Lurkadirk. You gotta do that Lurkadirkin. Turns out Senna makes Showstopper fast speed. That's a little crazy. I mean, it is a damage spell, isn't it? But that's still a little fucking crazy. That's a trade all around. I could deny it and make a stance and keep it for the next turn. I feel like that might be worth, actually. Because we also have the Udyr to trigger off of that. I'd like to keep my fucking bear, so fuck you. Okay? The bear stays! Yeah, that's just kind of hilarious. I didn't think of that, but it makes sense. It does make sense when you think about it, right? It's a damage. Senna makes those fucking fast. Good lord. Okay, so we got the 0 stance. We got an Udyr. I guess I could have attacked with the 4-1 onto the 1-3. That might have been a mistake. It wouldn't have done anything except get rid of a Lunar. That's already done its job, though, so I'm not entirely certain if that would have hugely helped. If they cast Darken and they cast a bunch of the gems, that's a different problem. We could also just buff Udyr at this point. That is a Shadow Blade Fanatic. Don't have any mana to get the Banaka out, which is kind of unfortunate. I feel like this on the Udyr might actually be more valuable. Because depending on what they do, I can probably swing with that. Though again, having to be worried about momentous choice is a thing for sure. Nowhere to be found. Thank you for the deck code as well. Got those rolling in. Fantastic. Berserk. Nowhere. Got your shit. Thank you. Appreciate it. That looks like it might be some kind of momentous decision making right there. All they need is one and my champion dies. So I think I'm just gonna actually let them get that ephemeral value. Which kind of sucks, but I don't want to yeet him into that. I don't necessarily want to yeet him anyway. Also, Senna Karma lets you cast 2 Go Hards and have 1 turn in a Go Get It on the stack. You guys have 1 turn into a Go Get It on the stack. That's a lot. Sounds like you found an interesting combo in the Unlimited Champion Gauntlet, which is kind of neat. When do they have Varus? I mean, probably now at some point. Or something like approaching now, most likely. Yeah, I mean, I'm not gonna block that with anything except the Bear of Destiny. Who is unfortunately losing a lot of steam. And is not quite so much the Bear of Destiny. Except the Bear of, just gonna fucking die now. I have other things to cast, so I think that's actually fine to let it die. I hate it, but bye. We have a second one. Naganek of Zareta is, I'm presumably not happening, though it is 8, it is an 8 mana thing, and we're only 2 away from that, so I'm going to try to take that into at least some minor consideration at this point. Dotsingy! Hello, I love dance and in sync. I think the big Unlimited Champ Gauntlet Menace right now is Senna Trundle set FTR. Senna Trundle set FTR. Yeah, that does sound a little bit like a fucking monster, not gonna lie. Not gonna lie. So that's an 8-5. Unfortunately, this is still going to just basically argue with the Udyr, which is not what we're looking for. 2 mana gems, though, at least hurt, like, a fraction. They hurt a fraction of them. Ran into it at least twice, maybe 3 times. Ice Pillar gives you a guaranteed old-timer full board bounce. Yeah, that's annoying as fuck. That is annoying as fuck. Single combat is here. Okay, well, okay. We have 7 mana. This would be 7, except the single combat is, of course, pricier than usual. That's a 6-3. We might be able to open swing here and hold that single combat open, depending on how they block, of course. There's a chance I do lose everything here, which is obviously a big problem. Would be a big problem. Hope you are too. When is the last moment you can register for the tournament? That's a good question. We'll be probably closing registration when we usually do, which I think last time was an hour before the tournament would normally start. So that would be 9 AM on Sunday, just to give us time to check people in, confirm all the deck codes, etc. Tomorrow evening. Was it 24 hours before the last time? Thank you for joining, and obviously you're hyper prepared. You don't have to be hyper prepared. Let me make actually an announcement then. If we have to do it the night before, because we have so few people, I'm wondering if we can be give people a little bit more time. Because currently there's 4 people. We'd like to hit 8. If we don't hit 8, so be it. That's totally fine, actually. How we're going to run it? Yeah, by Sunday. I think by Sunday morning we'll have to figure that out. Because I don't want to close it too early and then like force us to postpone if we don't have to. I will be up at 6 in the morning to review shit if I need to be. So there's 2 cards over there. They can definitely protect it, and that's definitely a win con. I'm wondering if I can still just kind of sneak out a damage. So they have a gem, and they obviously can equip that before combat ends. It depends on whether the 2 cards in their hand are something to actually fuck with Udyr. They're probably something to fuck with Udyr. I don't think they have the OTK, however, which is kind of nice. If they don't have the OTK, we probably do have a time to interact with the... we might have time to interact with the Varus after the attack is committed. Like, I'll sacrifice a Sony Suppressor. I'm just hoping that they don't have 20 damage at the moment. Yes, do react in the Discord regardless. So let's do that. Yeah, we do need people in Discord because we're doing manual bans. So we need a way to contact you day of that's not through any external thing other than Discord. It will be a pain in the ass to try and communicate bans through the fucking LOR client, as much as it does usually work. Darken Aegis. Yeah, this is probably punching through this turn. One of my units. Hopefully it's not punching through both units, however. That might be a thing. It is a strike, right? We might also be able to negate the buffs that they're triggering on the Darkened Bow by hitting it a couple of times, because right now it is just a 4/5. So if I smack it with the bird and then put the Uter in the front, we might actually be able to avoid it that way. Don't ask for permission. There's a Samira. Oh, did they top? I think they top deck the Samira. I think they top deck that Samira, which is a little terrifying, but whatever. There's a bear here. It's a bout security deck. It's got the Font of Power and reduce the bout cost to 0. And you have some support cards such as Tilia and Promising Future Zephyr to generate multiple copies of Font of Power. I actually kind of like that idea, so let me try it out. Take that. Here we go. Is unbearable. You feel like the same Hecarim decks are going to pop up. Hecarim is banned, if that helps at all. You can't actually run that. So if I try to... Oh, they're just challenging it. That actually isn't... That's not really a catastrophic happening, though. That's really not particularly catastrophic. So we're gonna pass on that one. Yeah, again, they don't really have the OTK as far as I'm concerned. They don't even have a big overwhelm unit besides him, which is currently just kind of sitting. There's a Stony Suppressor. I also will say, out of personal experience, you can make landmark decks work. I put that in there because I've actually had success piloting all landmark decks. It's difficult and it's definitely limiting. I personally thought it was fun, but if people fucking hate that, we will not do it again, obviously. Yeah, that's fine. I don't... What is that getting buffed by? Oh yeah, our single combat is now regular single combat. Didn't have a stance to give overwhelm, so that kind of sucks. Is that a whirling... Oh, that's probably a whirling death or a something else, right? It's not quite big enough yet. That is a 9/5. So they're offering basically a trade. If I smack it first, how small does it become? It doesn't matter, it's still a trade. Yeah, I'll take trading both champions, honestly, for basically a Nanaka cast, which should be fine. So let's do that. Yeah, because it would have been too low for the double strike anyway. Because this, if I needed to have something with 5 power to be able to do that, which we didn't quite have. So Nanaka is back in hand. Let's do the stance swap. Berserk, thank you for the deck code. Appreciate it. We've got many in the queue now. We have many. So they're just doing Naganeka, which is actually real fucking funny. Naganeka is actually kind of fucking hilarious. I'm gonna do a Naka because it hits the strongest, right? And then we're just gonna give it regen. So that every time... It's round end or round start? It's round end. So every single time that does something, it will take damage and the Anaka will not. Or the Anaka will just fucking get it back, which is kind of fucking hilarious at this point. Eternal deck for fun? Fuck yeah! Yeah, okay, so that slightly fucked him. That Naganeka slightly fucked him. I think. I'm hoping. I think maybe. Never mind, there's another fucking goddamn Varus. What are you having power? 4/3? I could also give tough to something. Because right now I have so many interactions that I might be able to just kill the Varus on sight. There's 2 cards left and only a flare remaining. That will be able to punch through a little bit. I'm gonna try to just fucking kill him, I think. They do get the Darkened Bow back, however, which is a little annoying. They have a flare. They can actually only target it once, though, hypothetically. So I'm going to do this with the Shield of Duran protection in hand, just kind of chilling. Yeah, this is a very strange deck that they're piloting. At least it's played out strangely. They had some of the combo pieces in hand, but we were just kind of chunky enough that they didn't get much out of it. Also, this may be a second Dead Varus, which should be fantastic. I'd like the double Dead Varus. What is that thing you can look at? The art? What is the thing that you can look at? The art? They buffed that. Okay. Why did you buff that? Instead of the Varus? Did you pick the wrong target? Okay. Oh, no, you wanted that. I see. Okay. I mean, that still kills, but now I have a Naka to maybe do something. So this is potentially an Anaka trade, but then we also trade into the Darken. Unless they don't want to do that. The Darken Bow also resets after this, so we might be okay. Ambitious Cultist is giving them something. They don't have the Darken Bow right now. This is going to make whatever they found... I think it actually ignores the cost of whatever they found, because it will not... it won't actually counter that. Oh, the Ballista. Oh, this thing. Wait, no, Naganeka? I might have clicked the wrong thing. It's really cool, this design, though. Regardless of whether or not this is the one you meant, this is actually looks really fucking cool. So, oh, we don't actually kill that. Right, because it doesn't have enough HP anymore. Fuck! Yay, drink. I've been, desperately trying to eat more food. And because of the COVID vaccine, for some reason, killed my fucking appetite. And all I want these days is just, like, sugary soft things. So we got smoothies because sugary soft things are the best. We're gonna buff that. And then I think we're just gonna cast Drow. And then we're just gonna go with the beatdown of hopefully they have nothing to target and we can slowly wear them down over time. That's an improvisation. That probably dies. They're just waiting until they find another Varus or a Samira. So there's one Varus left and there's two Samiras. We've killed half the champions in their deck. I do technically have other win cons in here, but it looks like we're kind of starving for them at the moment. That's a spell. You know, obviously, it's a fucking spell. Okay. That's fine. 3-5 into tough. Let's kill this. I think. I don't really care if they have more weapons, because the Darken Bow is the biggest threat they're going to have, and even then it is not on a unit that has Overwhelm. Not on a unit that has Overwhelm, so we're still slightly chilling. We can trade with a 5-4 as well. That's at least just now. If they target, so be it. Oh, that's the spell it made, right? Because they didn't cast whatever spell it made. Hopefully it's nothing too powerful. Okay, they keep debating it, which makes me very curious what it actually is. There's a blocking Badger Bear as a 5-5. That's quite useful. Yeah, I'm just gonna play with my hand empty. It's fine. They have a weapon, they have a spell, and then they have 2 gems. We know what they've got. We know where this train ends. That doesn't give it quick attack or anything. We certainly have fearsome blockers here. That is finally whatever spell it was, I think. No, they keep thinking about it and they keep pulling it back. I don't know what they're waiting for. They're waiting for some exciting moment to cast it for sure, apparently. My guess is it maybe is damage, but who knows? I mean, I'm gonna block. I am confirmed going to block. They should give up because now you just made your brain do flips. I'm gonna build a deck around Badger Bear buffs. I'm glad I made your brain do some flips. Yeah, the Galio Udyr decks are very good at buffing Badger Bear and other things, which is just kind of fun. Would you cast your fucking spells? Oh my god, you thought about this like 6 times in a row. That is a fish fight. You made fish fight? Oh, fuck you, but fine, whatever. We still got blockers. That's still not the scariest thing ever in the universe. I still have a challenger to kill those things next turn. Oh, please let it be a good top deck. Please let it get... That's a single combat. That is not the top deck that I was looking for. But that is okie dokie. I'm gonna threaten some lethal damages. We're going to hold our 5 power units for that third Varus. I'm gonna believe that there's a third Varus I can kill sitting in hand right now. It might. It's probably not, but that's the lucky top deck. If they cast a Varus right now and I have another single combat, that will be marginally brutal for them. Okay, that's fine. No, whatever. You still end up with 4 HP in the end, and that's all I give a shit about. Now, don't have... What's a big problem? Killing my 5-1 is a big problem. Because I actually do need to have units to attack, obviously. Gallia would be quite useful. Udyr would be like middling useful, though we certainly have mana to cast a stance, so that would work. There's an Ionian Hookmaster, which is neither of those things, so great. That's a 1-3 with impact, so we go down to 10 HP minimum? Unless they want to equip... No, they don't want to even equip their Darken Bow. Based Badger Bear. Pretty based, pretty based. What did you top deck now? Huh? Huh? What's your top deck now? Huh? I have another formidable thing, which by this point I'm sure is your favorite unit to ever see in the universe. More formidable. Come on, 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 come on. What is that? What did you find? What did you find in your little pocket of horrors, huh? Huh? Is it a Varus? Do they now have the Varus? They need like double decimate with attack with an overwhelm. They need to top deck, yeah, they need to basically top deck Varus and have all the gems that they lost off of the Lunaris before, and also probably have a Samira so that they can attack again, because I have a relatively chunky boy, and even if they had 2 gems, I'm not actually, would they be able to kill me as a 5/5? They might actually not be able to kill me as a 5/5, even if they did have a Varus with 2 gems and a Lunari somehow, but clearly that can't even happen. They need a miracle. They need a god to smite me down. And I don't think God is about to smite me. I don't think any god is about to smite me down, to be honest with you. I don't think that's going to happen. Fuck it. They have 1 card. Normally this is, I don't like revealing my hand, but... Oh, Ending Wave could have passed. That was maybe a mistake. You caught me out on that one. I fucking hate people who do that, but fair enough, I guess. There's another fucking goddamn Naganeka of Zareta. God damn it! Should have passed. Should have passed. I absolutely hate people who fucking do that. Ugh. 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 Need single combat, make them surrender. Unending Wave is a very good card in that scenario. They can't equip anything, they can only give Challenger. Which means we can kill the Samira, but I might actually not have enough damage now because they found a second, they just recast the Naganeka, which is very annoying. Because that's gonna hit the strongest. This is going to trade. We can take the 5 for sure. We're gonna kill Samira, obviously. The Naganeka hits the... Naganeka hits the 5/2. So we still have a little bit of damage. Again, if we get lucky with the top decks, we're okay. But the Naganeka is actually approaching... It's actually approaching the point where it will kill me. I hate people who fucking use the timer to, like, fake out that they don't have anything. It's such a cowardly way of playing. It's such a cowardly scumfuck way to play. Like, if you have something, do it. Just let's fucking do it. Why do you have to be a goddamn motherfucking coward about this shit? Let's see, I need a unit here, and we do actually end up with an Udyr, which is leveled, which is absolutely fucking fantastic. Probably doesn't want to go to his wife. Oh, Jesus. Okay, so that's a 9/8, and we can give it Overwhelm, so we should be fine. We should be fine. Thank you, Udyr, for saving me. Thank you, Stance Daddy! Yay! Yay for the Udyr. That's a what now? That is not going to fucking save you. All right, let's give our boy some Overwhelm. I'm done with this shit. +2/+0 and Overwhelm. Make that a 12/9. I think I will make that a 12/9. Nothing you can fucking do about it. Except deal like 1 Nexus damage, but I'd hardly think that's particularly relevant here. Boop. So if they block with anything except Naganeka, they're pretty dead. So we're just gonna open attack. That's 19 fucking damage. Yeah, I'll deal 19 fucking damage. Because that's 4 damage alone. That's 4 fucking damage alone. Get fucked, bitch! He'll go live this turn. Play safe and wait for the timer. No. We're gonna be respectable fucking players and actually play the game of Runeterra. G fucking G. Tried to fake me out, we get fucking lucky. Asshole. Fucking asshole. Your Naganekas aren't enough. My stances are enough. You didn't even hit Nexus damage? You didn't even do the one thing that you could do, which was to hit Nexus? Ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous. Deserved L. Why did he buff the Taka and give it like +2 HP to survive? Oh, with the 1-3?
The gods have spoken.
Oh yeah, because I played the Udyr, and then he would have been able to see that I had the stance, which would have been overwhelmed. I think it's because I had 3 units attacking, so there was still the 5-1 to deal with and the 0-2, so there would have been a second unit hitting face. I think that's why. It was a series of poor decisions from our opponent, but we still got it. Despite their slightly annoying unending wave, we still got it. The 0-2 would have killed anyway. Yeah, that's what I was thinking. The 0-2 would have been impactful in general. I'm not gonna emote him to death. One of the few people who does deserve to get emoted to death, but it's okay. We now have 4 deck submissions here. Berserk, let's take that. Well, Udyr would have done 1 damage and blocked the 5. He would have had 1 HP. Oh, if he had blocked the 5 and then let the 0-2 go through. Oh, maybe, I don't know. I think we're giving our opponent too much credit in general, because I was like, because that would have worked, except I need to double check something. Udyr on level makes you make how big are thingies? Strike, make 1 in hand. We would have also then been able to fucking kill him with the ram stance. So either way, the second we hit Udyr, I think we had the victory. It's just various roundabout ways that they could have extended the game. Talking to 11. Oh, yeah. There was definitely other pathing in there, but whatever. Our opponent did some shit. Moving on with the decks, though. We've got Berserk here, so let's take a look at that. Berserk, Targon, Varus. Ooh. Now I am the virus. The coronavirus. Ever since I watched Internet Historians' Tales from the Varus, I have not been able to look at Varus proper the same way. Pantheon has returned! Pants for Pantheon, damn it! Now pants for Pantheon? It's okay. He looks good without pants. I'm just saying, maybe he doesn't want to be cold in the fucking winter. I imagine the peak of Targon is kind of fucking chilly sometimes, you know? Maybe he wants pants. Maybe he should get some snow pants. Snow pants for Pantheon. Stop spreading the false word of Pantheon. But Pantheon would probably look good. I'm not saying they have to be full pants either. Like, you can wear assless chaps. It's fine. I'm just saying, maybe he wants some knee coverage, you know? Anyway, the opposite of jeans from the 90s and the 2000s. Instead of cutting a giant hole across the knee, it's just the knee part. Momentous Choice, Saga Seeker, Cosmic Youngling, Keeper, Lunari Cultist, Pale Cascade, Lodestone, Hush, Iula, Wandering Shepherd, Blind and Mystic, Furious Wielder, Pantheon, Expansive Protection, Unending Wave, Varus, and the Unforgiving Cold, 1 of. So I target, and I have the, what was this? What did we call it? The Healy Goat? Not the Healy Goat. I think it was something a little cuter than the Healy Goat, but also the Healy Goat's here. Yeah, and then we just have targeting and potentially maybe a Harazi if we can get there. Well, he has Pantheon, which should be the peak of human perfection. That's why he has the most base MMS and MR in League of Legends. Pantheon X Varus. You know, I can kind of see it. But Varus is also 3 people, and I feel like the couple inside of him has been through enough shit, and maybe they don't want to introduce a fourth, you know? Because that would be a whole fucking conversation. Why am I in versus AI? No. We're going in with We're going in the proper place. Pranked. We're seeing a lot of Fizz Sam's who threw in the Heel Horse, and he's been great. Heel Horse is also a pretty good name. 4 people is competitive eating? I mean, he's who can shove the most sausages down your throat. That's a lot of Healy Horse. It's a lot of Healy Horse. Okay, time to have a horse. I could use something besides horsey, but that's okay. It's cute. I will survive on cute. I will survive versus very statted Yi, or masteried Yi, and a very masteried Karma as well. Yi Heimerdinger Karma is, I think, a new one for me. I sense spells from afar. Could use a weapon. I sense many spells. Healy Horse time. Does anyone run Dragonling anymore? Not really, right? Ah, horsey. Can I improvise my horsey? I should probably target something. Raka did get rotated. Soraka is rotated. Soraka and Kench, both out of the fucking game. That is the combat reel, or I could make it a 2-5. I'm gonna make it a 2-5.
Anyone seen any sheep around here? I lost my...
Or 2-6, apologies. I forgot that it was 2 HP. Yeah, Raka was rotated. There is no longer a Soraka. That is a fucking fuck you. Okay, that's unfortunate. At least nothing dies. I can still sit here with my horse and then cast another horse. Raka's and Soraka or chicken? Soraka, not the chicken. I'm gonna do a Keeper of the Box and see what you think of that. Eventually I will start attacking you and then run into the 40 bajillion stuns that I feel like you probably have. That's a place your bets. That's not a stun. It is a lot of value, however, and that makes me upsetful. I am upset by the amount of value that you are offering me. How many rounds? 5 rounds. I could target something now and then target the next turn as well to guarantee. Banana, not chicken. The nanners, not the chickens. I'm actually gonna buff this, I think. Pass. They've got 2 mana effectively. No, they have 3 mana effectively. Challenger, here you go. We're gonna do this. We're gonna target again just to distribute the threat, I think, here. Raka Kench was rotated. I forget about Star Spring. I think Star Spring might have gotten rotated because it was a part of that whole shit. I'm not entirely positive, however. That is a Heimer Badoinkles. I can't smack it, unfortunately. I lack the ability to smack it from here because I don't have enough targeting done for that. Maybe I should not have distributed thusly. That's annoying. I'm gonna cast another Healy Horse, though. Alright. Horsing it up over here. Raise your dongers. Now I can actually smack the donger if we have no counter spells or other interactions in that deck, which is a lie, but I can believe. They're at 10 of 10 cards, so eventually they do have to begin doing some stuff. They're getting rid of my Lunari Cultist. That's fine. Spring with Horsey seems kind of litty. Play it with Noxus. That would be kind of great. I haven't thought about that, but it is an automatic heal if it gets injured. And then, yeah, you just run the things that ping other units, and boom, you've got yourself a deck. So this is currently 3 mana. So they have 6 right now, which is a little concerning. We could just Unending Wave here. That's not too bad. We can probably cast most of what we find in an Unending Wave right now. I lose the chance to Furious Wielder most likely, but I also don't hate that. We find ourselves a Pantheon. Yeah, I think that's fine. Maybe he gets recalled. We're losing Ayula in that case, but Pantheon is okay. He has Barrier. He's got some stuff. The 3 costs, it hits everything at the end of the turn. Oh, Ember Maiden. Ember Maiden. Remains of the haha funny burn woman. It is a pretty good haha funny burn. So they are casting that. They get a little turret doodle. They go up to 6 here. 6 is an elusive potentially, and yeah, obviously I have run out of chances to smack with the Furious Wielder. We have an okay open attack. It's not ideal for sure, but it's something. I suspect that's a 6 cost if they spent the mana to get to 6. Never mind, it's 2 cheaper spells. That's a thingy and a will on the Pantheon? Okay, that's annoying. Yeah, okay. At least we don't lose anything. Except for the lifesteal, but again, we have lifesteal already. It's Heimer set. This is not Heimer set. This is Ye Heimer Karma, which is an interesting series of shit, of course. What is that at? 10 of 12. I definitely fucked up by not targeting the Heimerdinger. If I had known they would do that, should not have cast Unending Wave. I was a little hesitant to cast Unending Wave, and we're seeing the results of why I was hesitant before. So yeah, we're just gonna block what we can here and what they cannot really kill. Because they actually can't really kill much in this scenario. We could target and then cast the Pantheon again and then have Pantheon and hopefully into something else. This really does kind of suck though. But they have no mana. Yeah. There's the Varus. We also get that. Did I forget about that? Low-key, I did. But we're healing, and we're also killing all of their turrets except a 1/1. So we're probably fine. I don't like that Heimerdinger leveling, though, because we might be dead soon, and I don't know if I can punch out enough damage for the Varus to actually be able to catch up with what's happening here. We can level the Pantheon. We could level the Pantheon, or we can get the Varus going with the targeting. Unfortunately, I do lack Furious Wielder mana either way, which is very annoying. And that's actually incredibly fucking annoying. Pantheon is a guaranteed level with potentially some fancy keywords. Varus sticks, but again, I don't think I can push lethal with it. They know that we have Pantheon as well.
Today we say enough.
Yeah, having the Mentis Choice and Furious would be very different here. They're probably gonna summon turrets. Yep, they're summoning turrets and leveling. So that sucks. And I can only do the 2/3 anyway. Yeah, they're gonna level the Heimerdinger here. Want to make coin focus instead of burst. It would slow down some of the really annoying karma turns. That's kind of it though. That's kind of all that it would do. I could silence the Heimerdinger for this turn so that he can't make more turrets this turn. Again, that's a pretty terrible stopgap, but they don't have many coins anyway, so it might not be the biggest problem ever. It's probably not the biggest problem ever. We can't kill the Donger. I don't have enough mana because the Pantheon isn't equipped, and the Varus actually might have been able to. Because I forgot that the Varus would read the targeting. So that might have, I think I fucked that one up. I have so many fucking Furious Wielders though. Hopefully I can furiously wield my way out of one of these fucking goddamn scenarios. Killing this to put something on a Pantheon, not the worst idea potentially. Yeah, that's a 2/2. I hate it. Thank you very much. I'm so glad. So you have 11 mana, and you're looking to get a Karma out, probably. That's a Progress Day, which is probably very much looking for a Karma at this point. Reduces by 1. Okay, so you might actually not be able to cast a Karma at this point. So I'd need to buff that and do something else to get both of these to level. I think that might be worth. We can block the 9/9. Nothing really has Overwhelm at this point. We could also use the Pantheon here. No, we can't use the Pantheon here because I'm fucking stupid and I keep forgetting what's happening. I keep forgetting what's fucking happening. So that levels. Great. Maybe you get something fancy. Varus is taking out Heimerdinger here, unless they have a tag out on the Heimerdinger, which will pull it back into hand, of course. You got Brash. Oh yeah, this is the first time I think I've seen a Pantheon get Brash, but it is a new keyword. It does get added to the fucking pool of things. Yeah. We're gonna try and do that. Tag out. Oh, discounted deny. Fair enough, actually. Discounted deny. I was like, they don't have it. They did cast Progress Day. He is Mantheon for real now. He kind of is. He kind of is. That's the Plaza Guardian. You're annoying. So be it. So we can block here. They have no mana. We can block there. We can block here. Do we want to go down to 10? Not particularly. But I do like the idea of still having a heal. Silencing would have been helpful here. Not that we can, really. I mean, it's a +1/+1, but the stats are still going to be at base. It's still going to be base stats, regardless. We do have another one to maybe take out a Heimerdinger. We know they've cast a counterspell, so that's exciting. That's a 9/8, so we can turn it into a 7/7. That's unfortunately only a 4/1, which is kind of annoying. There's a Pale Cascade, which is actually kind of a thing. I do need the draw to get that to fucking work. However, we can't do this again, trying to take out something resembling a Heimerdinger in this scenario. Heal Horse really holding down the fort. It has that +1/+1 off of the Heimerdinger in general, which is why silencing just wouldn't really do very much in that scenario. That's a wrench bot, so they're trying to kill Maveris, which I'm not going to let them do. They have 8 mana. They didn't immediately cast a 9, which makes me think they might not have an answer for this. Hopefully it is P and Z, so they still might have something in the back. That's a Will of fucking Ionia. This is going on for very long. You are the Unlurkened. Hello and welcome back. So that recall still resolves, unfortunately. If I don't do this, however, the Heimerdinger does go completely unfettered. I think we're dead anyway, but I'm gonna do this because now we're in too deep. Now we're in too deep. Has another Heimerdinger? Probably at this point, but at this point I'm going to enforce who's fucking dominant here. I am the alpha! Bow to my strike spells that I may or may not have forgotten to cast effectively earlier in the game. That might have been my me problem, but you know. It's fine. Helios will save me. Helios will do it. I thought they had so many spells. They don't have a karma yet somehow, which is definitely a lie. That is distinctly a lie. See? They had the karma.
Heart and mind as one. Where there is life, there is
Okay. We're going to buff our dude. And then let's silence. Quick attack? I don't know. It doesn't really matter. It doesn't really matter. But now I have a 6/5. And it's targeted 7 times. So, you know, if they want to drag out the game, we can as well. Raptor Squeak, thank you for the shoot this room request. And is there anything I can do? No, there's nothing I can do about that exactly. Double cast is fantastic. Do we want another body? We probably want another body just to have one. Are we dead? I don't know if we're dead, but we're definitely approaching dead. We're approaching much dead. Thank you for shooting me. Where did it go? I don't know where it went. I think it went in my chair somewhere, but I don't actually know where it ended up. What if I silence Karma this turn? That actually, no, it's only around, no, it would have actually worked, but I also am dying. I am also dying. For good measure, we're going to block the Karma because fuck that. In particular, we're gonna kill a Karma even if we die. Yeah, I think not casting the Varus, holding onto the Varus would have been useful. But I don't think it really mattered at that time. Queen, have you finished the battle pass? We got a few deck submissions in front of you at the moment, but I am happy to add a 1v1 if you want. I think it's or do I have challenge requests on? I don't. I put the challenge request on so you can add it to the queue. That's Fizz. What is that? Fizz Jinx. I was like, Fizz, what's her fucking face? P&Z lady. That's an actually better hand than last time, I think. At least slightly better hand. Maybe they can ping this down, but it's fine. I have a 1-1. Don't hurt my 1-1. I will give it a Darkened Lodgestone! Yeah, there's no way you trade that, right? Yeah, no way. Absolutely no fucking way. Kid, good night. Thank you for coming by. Heal Horse will be good. Heal Horse will be pretty. Oh my god, I've got targeting. Heal Horse will be quite useful. I can also just make it a 3-3. Also, Queen! Yes. Show off your Storm Dragon Acel. I'm excited. You know that costs a mana? You're just banking stuff? That's fair. That's fine. I'm gonna make this a 3-3 in the meantime, however, because yes. That goes away. Fucking fantastic. Don't really give a shit. P&Z Bilgewater. So they can definitely take out this if I try to attack with it. I could also just play something else and then try to buff as well. Because this is, the 1-4 is also a target for them a little bit. I'd like to use Harazi if I can. We might not get a chance to use Harazi. They do have a keg sitting around. It is P&Z. However, if you let me do things for half a minute, my value shall increase. I shall get some stonks. I'm gonna use Healy Horse to do this, I think. Healy Horse? Kill Keg? I just don't want you to have that fucking value hanging around. There's too much value hanging around. There's too much Bilgewater up in my ash. Okay, so we've got Queen as well. Oop. Okay, they debated a spell. They debated a spell, and instead they took the damage. Fantastic. Beautiful decision making. I love it. Keep doing that. Keep doing what you're doing, friend. That's a hush as well. Fantastic. Fantastic. That's a double trouble. That is perfectly fine with me. That's not particularly relevant to my issues. It's not, don't actually give much of a shit. We could forge upon our Horsey. I think let's forge Horsey. Shepherd's Authority and a Sandsworn Amulet. I could make it a Chonker. Fucking Chonker. I think Sandsworn, because their board is very small. Their board is small. I have a 4/6 with Fearsome. They have 4 mana. You have to eventually deal with this problem. This is an advancing horse problem. I am a 13-year-old horse girl. I should inspire fear. Do I dare do anything except open attack? I could cast more stuff. However, the open attack is looking pretty fucking spicy at this point. Like, this is a pretty spicy open attack. To the moon. To the moon and beyond! As Mom Stellacorn looks on. Lovingly, presumably. Yeah, that's okay. We've got buffs, we've got silences. Oh, I'm going to make them cry a little bit. I'm so sorry! Not actually. Yeah, no mischievous Mirai for you. I could smell the kegs from 2 turns ago, motherfucker. Absolutely not. You're gonna cast this while we can. We still also just have a hush, which is brilliant. Loving the hush as well. Healing a little bit more every single turn. Not finding any viruses, but maybe we can do it without him. That is a drum solo. That is fair. That is also most of your fucking goddamn mana. It's most of your mana. Okay, let's cast the Saga Seeker. Let's forge. I also have time to smack if we want to with our giant 5/7 Horsey. We're doing great. This is actually going I'm gonna jinx it if I say anything, so I'm gonna shut the fuck up. We already owned a BB, so we can just leave it there. We can leave it there. That's enough for now. We have 2-1 and a something something, and that's a... What is that? It's a more powder. Summons 2 kegs. Does something. 5 of 6 spells. I'm gonna just buff this. You'll jinx it and say we win. Thank you for your confidence. Thank you for your confidence. That's a 4-2 with Overwhelm now. We're almost done targeting. They have 1 mana. I'm not going to risk not eating it. I'm not going to risk eating into that. There's a fucking momentous choice also. So let's buff our Overwhelm and then go with everything else and put this in front of the Overwhelm. So if they use it, they die. I think we do for sure win from here. I don't know what they can really do in those colors. Not particularly much. Our units are very chunky. If you want to block with Fizz, you're still fucked a little bit because I can generate more damage. Well, I guess if they block with 5/4, but then I can buff something like the Saga Seeker. That might be some kind of board thingy, which I do not like the sound of at all. There's a Caustic Rift for 4 damage. Yeah, we can also just, like, silence that. I can also just silence that. Silence the keg. Oh, yeah, that's much easier, isn't it? I keep forgetting how Hush works a little bit. So that's a 0-1. Fantastic. I guess I could save the other units if they try to stack damage, but we can hold that for later. We can hold that to really rub it in that we are the Chad here. So they do have more damage. They don't know we have this, but they do have more damage somewhere. That's 2 whole things. That's another Caustic Rift and a High Note. What is dying here? Literally everything is dying. So it's 2 damage all around and damage here. So I think if we save Overwhelm, we'll be in a better spot, right? Just save Overwhelm and then kill Fizz, I think is the name of the game here. Because that's 3 damage. No, this is 4 damage total. So yeah, let's just save Overwhelm and then smack Fizz. That brings him down to 5. Let's do this to actually... Yeah, we got it! We have lethal anyway because targeting, motherfucker! Get fucked. Absolutely get fucked. They didn't even let it resolve. Let's go. I was about to fluff that a little bit, but we found the Furious Wield. Yeah, fuck that guy. Fuck that guy in particular. Excellent. Pantheon Varus doing its targeting shit pretty well. Moving along, Nowhere, you are up next, and then we've got Sick Pike with the Font of Power and Berserk with another submission. And then of course we do have Queen, who would like to show off the Storm Dragon Aesol. Viewer, I literally just said this name. Nowhere. Yes. Viewer, Nowhere. Senna Bilgewater. Salty Senna. Let's take a look at this. Oop, that's not it. That was a good deck, though. That was a fun-ass fucking deck. Good night, kitten. Thank you for being a mod, and also for coming by, as always, as usual. Let's do Tabletop Tavern. That's a fun one. You can do a little Dragonling, maybe. That hasn't hit the board in a little while. Pool Shark, Quietus, Shadow Isles, Tellstones, Ceaseless Sentry, Coral Creatures, Fading Icon, Glimpse Beyond, Soul Harvest, Solter, Callista, Soul Cleave, Mirai Great Mother, Parse Made Whole, Eye of Nakangaburgo, Senna Vengeance, and Ruination. So we have Husks, we have Removal, and we have Mirai for fun stuff, and Callista for even more fun stuff. So I really need to try and kill... I really need to try and kill the Mirais. Because, I mean, it will always hit Mirai if we can get the Mirai dead. So we want Callista and then Senna as a, hopefully, damage can happen card. Okay. Let's jump in. Are my emotes okay? My emotes are pathetic. Let's update this a little bit. I feel like the Gallia one is aggressive. But this one is fun. And this one is very good. And the Sad Poro and the Braum and the Zed can stay, because they're just classics at this point. Those are some classic emotes that I refuse to move around too much. Gwen, it's a Gwen. Intelligent gameplay is the name of the stream. We got Mirai, we got Soul Cleave. That's good enough. Give me Jettison, you little motherfucker. Give me Jettison. Or what else does it give? Sometimes it gives useful things. That's fair. It's fair to say that sometimes it's helpful. Not often, but sometimes. I can't block the 3-1 anyway. It gave me Jettison. I fucking called it. I know that this pool is also small for it, so it's not gonna run into things that aren't Jettison too often. But also it's annoying. It gave me Jettison. There's a Soul Cleave. Well, I can Soul Cleave my Mirai until I fucking drop, apparently. Okay, let's buff, or not buff, let's buff our hand by drawing. That is a lot of opulent foyers happening over there. That's a lot of opulent foyering. Parts made whole. That's a LeGwen. I can't stop the Gwen from happening. So I think let's put some draw down so that we can hopefully get Mirai Soul Cleave next turn. That's a lot of damage. Let's use the draw here for taking 6, which is a lot. We're probably just gonna lose straight up to Gwen. I don't know if we can really do much against Gwen with what we currently have. Unless we get super lucky off of all of the Mirai shit that's happening.
Ain't no shadows in here, friend.
That is Challenger. 3-3 with Challenger, or 3-4 with Challenger. Doesn't quite interact with that, which is unfortunate. If we had a Callista on board, this would be a different scenario, but we don't. Yeah, that deck is just moving so fucking fast. We have 3 Soul Cleaves, which is kind of funny. We're also, I think, probably just dead next turn. They have 1 Relentless Pursuit now, we die. They have an attack next turn, we're dead. So that's fun and exciting. They're not casting Relentless Pursuit now. We could Soul Cleave it anyway, maybe. It's not a great option, but they can't necessarily stop me. I'm probably gonna die, though. But at least we did see half of the combo. Yep, make some spells. Make some spells. Good spell making. Yeah, that fearsome alone is going to kill me. That fearsome on its own is just going to absolutely murder me. Should we have kept it as a unit? Probably. But this way, the Gwen match is over faster. Was not confident about this one. This is actually going to be able to kill a Gwen if they get greedy. I don't think they're going to get greedy, and still that's going to be a problem because it's going to be a 6-something. Yeah, the Gwen is leveling, and we're, I think, just kind of dead. Yeah, we're dead. I cannot block that. So we are, in fact, very dead. I can discard something here. Fading Icon and Children of the Forest. Okay, at least that wouldn't have done anything. It's not a 3-mana Ruination or anything like that, unfortunately. That's the idea. That's the fun Senna combo, though. Just get fun removal. Yep, Hallowed. Hallowed kicking my ass. That deck is so consistent. If you do it right, you just need like 3 units in a dream. Okay, moving along here. Second attempt, let's go. Slower deck, please. Not too slow, not karma slow, but like something that will die on turn 8 because I have time to kill them. Where are the turn 8 decks at? Need some of those. That's the Karma set. I asked too loudly for a slower deck. I asked too loudly! Okay, Sentry and Karma are Karma. Callista are okay. Okay, we have Soul Cleave. We've got Draw. Maybe we can do something with that? Here's another Soul Cleave. I can also technically Soul Cleave the Sentry for just draw value, which is not terrible. Oh, but we got Mirai in hand! Okay, we've got Callista into Mirai. I didn't bank mana, though, and I think when I saw the Mirai top deck, I should have banked mana in order to get the Callista triggering. Now, she wouldn't have resummoned that turn anyway, so feeling not horrible about that, I guess. So you got 6. I mean, we're also probably running into some recalls and stuff. Almost clicked the wrong unit there. That would have been unfortunate. Unfortunate! Yeah, that is a sunburst. Okay, fuck you. Fuck you! I wanted that for reasons. Yeah, let's just get Mirai Great Mother going, I think. They can't counter the fact that I'm casting it. So those spells are now your problem. You're still gonna have Deny, but they're still your fucking problem. Have you played Karma ever? Karma's at 420. Set is at 560. So they just started playing this, which is kind of funny, actually, that they just started this shit. I would like you to... No? Okay. I wanted the draw, but that's understandable. Bandwagoner? How dare they play the meta? How dare they play something that is... regardless of how broken it is, that will win them games and get them ranked. In a ranked mode? What is this? Competitive? That's a sputtering song spinner, however. Doesn't matter how competitive you are if I have a 3-mana song spinner. Not that it makes you gonna do too much, probably. I could cast it now, though. It is potentially a lot of chaos. Yeah, I'm gonna cast it. I have 6 mana. Let's do some chaos. Pirouette. Predict is kind of nice, though. Purify. Brothers Bond. Do they have anything that I want to purify? I mean, they do potentially cast a Singer later, which is not super relevant, I think, but it would be fun to do that for sure. This is why you can't play ranked. I'm gonna play ASOL regardless of the meta. Fucking respect that, though. I fucking respect that. I keep trying to make ASOL work in the CDS, and ASOL keeps getting absolutely dunked upon. I'm gonna focus countdown this, which is actually kind of a nice combo. 3 mana Buried in Ice. I will steal that. I will do a little steal. I will definitely steal that. Should I have duplicated the Mirai in order to get more because they're killing my Mirai right now? Definitely. But I got greedy and I wanted the draw. Damn it. I should have thought about that and I fucking didn't. I am stupid. We can draw. Yeah, I should have thought about that and I just didn't. That's unfortunate. Let's do Fading Icon, I think. Could have also opened attack there to see what they would do, but I'm assuming everything would have just hit face or get countered or something. Just doing stuff, just having a nice chill time. I'm gonna play an Eternal and a standard ASOL game. Yeah, that works for me. Let's do one of each. Ruin. Oh, I actually did pull 3 mana Ruination. So here's the moment where I think we try to Buried in Ice in a couple of terms, and when they counter that, we go for Ruination in order to enforce that we're a Chad. And that we have better cards than they do, despite the fact that they're Ionia. I can find draw. I can find my fucking draw cards. This is unfortunately not a Silence the Diana champion. Wasn't against Ionia, this opponent would get wrecked by Ruination. Yeah, it's very unfortunate that this is one of the scenarios in which case Ruination doesn't necessarily help us the most. But that's why I'm gonna try and bait him. I'm gonna try and bait him. Hopefully they cast Karma on turn 9. That would be beautiful. That's also the issue of I'm not actually sure when is ideal to be casting this shit, because at some point they're probably just going to ignore me because they can, and they can afford to do that. Fucking rich people with their coins over here affording to fucking ignore me. Oh, also, I mean, that also opens up Nopifies. No, I'm gonna try this again. I know that this is for Mirai, but I want the draw. I want to draw 3 whole card. That is a deny. You are burned out of counter spells now, though. Can I actually use this against them? Can I actually use this against them is a very good question. I don't know if I can. I don't know if I can. Divine Judgment. It's a card! That is a card. Next turn is turn 9. Next turn is turn 9. I think that's when we have to try and go with our shit. Though I'm wondering if we do actually just wait until they genuinely have a Karma on the board. I think I'm gonna discard the Divine Judgment, or we could discard Quietus. Quietus is at this point probably not gonna do very much, because we have, you know, big removal anyway. Shaman's Call. We could try to Ram Stance some shit. I might pass. Because Ram Stance would have hit the set. There's a Senna, though. That is a Cosmic Youngling. That is understandable. I need to hold 6 up, I think. Though we're probably not going to get a great removal turn. We're almost definitely not going to get a great removal turn. You could Purify that and pass. Then they hit Enlightenment, and then they have Karma. They double cast everything. I mean, we have so many spell options now that it might be okay if we do that. I'm not going to let you have that, though. That's not happening. That good whoosh whoosh with the Youngling? No. That's illegal. So I can cast three costs right now, because we have 10 total. They've hit Enlightenment. I'm sitting on my resources. We have a regular ass Vengeance. Excuse me. I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna do this. And then I think we're gonna start trying to get them to do something that will push them to counter or to finally cast things. So then presumably you recast. Well, I mean, we could try to just murder the set now, which would probably get countered, and then they cast something else. They cast Deny, they cast Notify. If this fails, technically we still have more removal. Technically. I'm not super confident about that. But let's see. The more denies I get out of hand, the better. That does work. They probably have another one, but that's okay, potentially. I'm hoping that means I don't have another counterspell. Not that, not that, they just have... I'm hoping that they don't have a counterspell, not that they don't have a second one. Because them having a second one would still be kind of nutty. And annoying. It'd be nutty and annoying, in fact. Yeah. I guess I could draw a card, technically. We're not super worried about their units, but I think I'm still gonna hold my Ceaseless Sentry. At least they are not healing. Here's an Eye of Nakagoboros that we can use and still have a bunch of options open to us. There's a heal. I'm gonna risk a Senna here. I think we have to start giving them things to look at. Yeah, let's start giving them things to look at. That's a stun. That's fine. Stuns are fine. Do you have a karma? They're afraid of Shadow Isles, I think is what's happening here, which is fair. They have a right to be scared of Shadow Isles.
Make the hurt your weapon.
But can I actually pull this out with the remaining cards? Well, here's a use for that divine fucking judgment, and they don't have mana for tag out anymore. So my Undying Senna shall counter that. There's a hush. That's fair, actually. That's fucking fair. At least we got it out of their hand, though. Wait, no, it still... Wait, it still doesn't work? Wait, that's very confusing, but I'm not complaining. That's so confusing, but I'm not complaining! It's not stunned anymore. No, it's stunned. It got stunned from the concussive palm, so it's not stunned, but it fizzled. Can't take damage or die. I mean, it did specifically say can't take damage or die. So I think that might have been what contributed the most. Because the concussive palm resolved. Silence removes the stun. Oh, shit! Did they really just fuck that up for themselves? Holy shit! Holy shit. Okay, I thought the hybrid Eavedinger emote was at me, but apparently it was at themselves. Fucking fantastic. That's now a... that's now a worse thing. We could Spirit Journey, though. We could Spirit Journey to keep it alive, see if they've got more stuff. The second we see Karma, I think we do just kind of go with the other stuff in hand. If they have an answer to this, so fucking be it. So be it. I know you want my Senna gone. Eventually the falling stars shall end in their endlessness. This is going to be a long-ass game. This game is gonna go on for so fucking long, because we're just fadoodling about. Waiting for them to draw Karma, basically. Or do that. That's also extremely fair. They have how much coin? They have 6 right now. They're currently at 7 of 12. They can kill the set, obviously. Or they can kill the Senna, obviously, with the set. If they only have that in hand, however, this is not great right now. It does give me draw. We could also do this for a turn. The problem is that they come back on the next turn. Anyway. I think we hope that they get greedy, otherwise we just Ruination in general. Oh, please find a Karma at some point. Please find a Karma at some point. Oh, but when he's attacking, he can't take damage or die. Right. So that still happens. Let's, I think, draw here. Because there's still a bunch of cards in our deck that we don't know where they are or what they're doing, because we cast more things. We have 8. Think let's do... Could do a coral creatures or a pool shark. Pool shark is probably fine, actually, because we're definitely going to be able to afford whatever we find, for sure. Like, that's just going to happen. We're going to be able to find stuff. Callista's also probably okay, to be honest. So there's 13 mana over there. They're just going to keep having 13 mana plus 2, essentially. We find a Senna. So, I think let's recast you. How much damage do we currently have on board? 9. This would go up to 13. So this is actually almost lethal. If I can effectively Buried in Ice their face down. That is a celestial fucking impact. Can't do anything about that. So let's do this. And it is a guaranteed heal. Because of the way that works. If all they have is removal, then Oh, well, it's annoying, but okay. We have actual regular ruination as well now, which is just kind of fucking funny. 6 mana remaining plus that, so 8 basically. Let's do a Solter.
Plenty of fires.
And just a Tink attack with a bunch of little ping dudes.
Give us some room.
This should revive Mirai, because I don't think it was obliterated. Also, Sick Pike, thank you for the deck code. I shall copy that in. Yeah, okay, we get a leveled Callista. But the set does get an interaction there. The set still gets an attack, which is very annoying. So we're still doing an uphill battle on that one, which is kind of annoying, because again, I can't target kill him. I cannot target kill him, which very much sucks. And the Callista is too small to really be able to do anything about that. I mean, we could Bear to Ice anyway, and then double Ruination their fucking face. You know, or 1 Ruination, actually, depending on what they've got. So it give us an open attack. It's just not ideal, but then we lose Callista, so... yeah, I'll use this, see what they've got. So, place your bets. Does generate the Showstopper, which is fair. So they still get an Obliterate on the Callista, because they were waiting for that. We do get a draw, at least. So that goes. We find Nakaboros. Let's do Pool Shark again.
Stand on cold shots.
5 mana. There's a Vengeance, regular. Excellent. Glaciand again. There's the Karma, finally.
Peace begins within.
That's fair. That's fair. Let's try and do this, and then we have backup Ruination if we need. You can't really do anything with a bunch of coins if you only have a Karma. Is that a deny? That's a tag out, but you can't recast, so that should be okay for a turn. I mean, that's a... oh, no, but you have that. Okay. So then we go for Ruination. Oh, you're not casting it this turn? No, that's fine. I don't know why you wouldn't cast it this turn necessarily, but sure. Soul Cleave is showing up at an inopportune time. Let's just do this, I think. That is a Glimpse Beyond again, another fucking Coral Creatures. We're running into the bottom of the deck now, which kind of sucks. The bottom of the deck is not exactly where I would like to be in this exact moment. Because there's not a ton we can do unless we find more Mirai generation.
We'll bring peace to Ionia.
Unless we find more Mirai generation, we are a little to a lot a bit behind. Let's do this, and then I think hold the last Ruination that we have in hand. Prize Fight is not super relevant, but whatever. Pale Cascade's draw, though. That draw is gonna hurt. That might be the counterspell that they're looking for. I mean, again, hopefully they've already cast a bunch, so they might not have an answer there, but we'll see. They're also running Targon instead of P and Z or something, so they're not gonna burn us down. They're just going to have a lot of shit to do. Let's see if they top deck that counterspell. That's a lot of... that's hypothetically like 20 mana. Which is just... it's so broken that it will overload. Okay, so they're going with Targon's Peak. Get to invoke twice. We have a second Ruination, though whether or not I can ping the spell shield off what they cast is going to be very interesting, because there's a chance that I can't. If I get Prize Fight into Ruination, then we have a shot. They haven't cast too many Celestial cards, though, so it depends. Okay, so we do manage to kill Karma and a set. They're going to have new ones. Which certainly sucks. We're at 17. So not many of the Celestially invoked things are going to outright kill me. A lot of them are, but not... actually, no, I don't think any of them are. Because even the Scourge becomes not big enough to kill me right the fuck now. That is the Great Beyond, however. So that's an 8 damage to my face card. Let's just do this. They invoked twice. I don't know if or when we're going to see the other version pop up, or the other unit pop up. Let's do this. How many cars do each of us have? Everybody has 11. If they wait for me to deck out, this will be unfortunate, but they're probably going to be able to win before that. This has been such a long fucking game. Took them so long to find their fucking karma. It's kind of funny. Soul Harvest and Pool Shark. Well, are my Mirais like on the bottom of my deck? Because I'm pretty sure I didn't cast all of them. I'm pretty sure I didn't cast all of them. Let's do this. I guess I could Pool Shark times a billion, but I would prefer to not do that. That's not exactly what I wish to do. Ladies and gentlemen, I would also like to point out that this is some fucking karma gaming right now. It is round 17, and we're still here. I wonder if our opponent is enjoying themselves, or is just like, what the fuck is happening? I hope it's a what the fuck reaction, to be honest. That's not relevant. That's another ruination. I found every single ruination possible, or almost every ruination possible at this point, which is hilarious. My little dinky units aren't going to do much against that. I can't ping that off, unfortunately. I can't quite get the... I can't target anything with the Soul Harvest, so it's just a regular fucking ruination into a Great Beyond. Unless... I found one Vengeance, right? Are there more Vengeance in this deck? I completely fucking forget if there's more Vengeances in this deck. So let's actually... No, because they're not going to give me time, and if I Glimpse Beyond here, there's not going to be much benefit to it. I guess we can Glimpse Beyond anyway to see one more. So there is potential that I could do this, and then find a Vengeance if I Ruination this turn. There's a chance. Interesting. That's the Senna. Actually, Mariah fucking Great Mother. Ah! Mariah Great Mother, you've done so much work. You have done so much work. I have cast many, 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 many Ruinations. I think that might have been like the 3rd Ruination that I've cast. That's a Callista. Unfortunately, that is not what we call removal. Mariah really tried her hardest. If we had found more earlier, we might have had a better chance, but to be fair, we were also up against set karma there. So that was attempt number 2. We saw most of the deck, which is kind of fun. I think also if the Senna had been allowed to live, that would have been great, but that's one Celestial Impact just really hurt. I also find it, again, it's really broken how much, like, it doesn't matter what region you're running, it's just always gonna work. Let's do Callista. Quietus is actually not too bad depending on what they play though. Queen, let me check the queue here. We've unfortunately got 2 decks in front of you, so unfortunately you are 3rd in the queue, which would likely be probably about, I'm gonna kill that, I think. Yeah, I'm gonna kill that. Which is probably about like 40 minutes from now. If we run into more karma set games, obviously it's gonna push that to like an hour or so. If you can't stay awake today, we'll be open, of course, to doing it on the next stream. Sunday might be a little weird depending on whether or not we're having the tournament, but we'll of course be back at the usual times on Monday of next week. Yeah, hit that. Blame the karma set players. End of the Great Beyond. We got the Senna back. That's a fizz. Okay. We're just gonna have to deal with the fizz. It is a fizz dealing time. No Soul Cleaves this time. The Soul Cleaves are hiding from me. I think we saw 2 out of the 3 on the last one, and 3 out of the 3 on the one previously, which was kind of funny. Is that a... No, that's just a powder keg. Queen, thank you for understanding. I am excited to see the skin though, because I know of it obviously, but I've never actually seen it in action. Probably because people are still forging their way through the past because it takes a while to get through it. Parts made whole. I think we're just gonna go with Mirai here.
Nurture the Mirai.
Get that 3/3 going! She did give us some really powerful spells last time, so lady, I need you to once again give me that good energy. That good energy! That's a lot of kegs, so we might just lose her instantly. That's a Celestial Wonder, which is admittedly not what I was expecting. Not what I was expecting. I keep forgetting people are running Targon more. They nerfed Targon, and yet Targon is showing up a little bit more. I think, because weirdly enough, some of the cards that got introduced are like slower, which is strange, but yeah. That's an Eye of Nagakiboros. Hello, Nagakiboros Eyeball. How you doing? You have 1 mana. I'm gonna cast a Senna. Have my Senna. Do you like her? I like her a lot. She does fast damage. Yeah, Make It Rain is what? 3 damage now? So they can take out a couple of my units. I keep thinking they have P and Z, but they don't. I keep thinking everybody has P and Z when that's just a fucking lie.
Keep your distance.
Boom. Boom, 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 bam, bam. Yeah, I think everybody just goes here. We could have committed the darkness to get a second one. I keep forgetting that's how that works, so that was a mistake. That's definitely not happening. The fizz blocking is definitely not happening. At least I don't think it's happening. Or it is happening? I am frankly astonished that they're sacrificing a fizz and they don't have any interactions for that. I call bullshit. I call some malarkey happening over there, ma'am, sir. What? Huh? What? Explain. Explain what's happening. To my spleen, especially. To my spleen in particular, please explain what is going on. Thinking about some decisions. For us, I mean, it's a fading icon, maybe. I'd also just like to try a darkness down their powder keg, though I actually would like to use a darkness reactively. I think instead... Oh, they just have a second one. That's, quite... That's quite understandable, actually. This might be okay bait for them to try and cast something. I could also just pass, because we're still doing it. We're still doing okay right now. 16 to 14. It's also mono fizz. There's nothing to do with Samira in there. It's just fucking mono fizz. Listen to the fucking shipper fucking loop music happening. That is 3 kegs. Okay, I'm still just gonna hold this darkness. Eventually you have to use it. That is a fucking 5 mana Battle Fury. They have Hush, potentially. They have Obliterate, potentially. But I also have a 5 mana Battle Fury. I would like to furiously go into battle. Excuse me. Pardon me. I have Tryndamere. I'm wearing his skin. I have become 8 feet tall. It's actually really fucking funny. This Battle Fury is hilarious. Fuck yeah! What am I buffing? Probably Senna. Probably Senna, to be honest. Can I murder that? Yes, I can. I can do a nice murder before she stacks 40 bajillion kegs, hopefully. Hopefully before 40 bajillion kegs get stacked. Mischievous Mirai is definitely risky, but for them. But hopefully we can get rid of it. Please let me get rid of it. I don't like it. I do not like it at all. So they're making a Make It Rain for a lot of damage. So it's also targeted everything really well. It targeted everything quite nicely. I think if we can do that, though, we'll be much better off. And of course, we do have that sneaky Battle Fury to really level up all of this shit. Yeah, the Seta survives, which right now is kind of the important point. We can also just get rid of Fizz right now because they have no mana, unless they have a warning shot? Unless it's warning shot, they actually don't have anything to counter me just being like, hello, excuse me. I don't think I want you to do that. If it works, we get another kill. If it doesn't work, we get the warning shot out of hand. Fair enough. Yep. That works. Shum the Waters has been summoned. We're just gonna do, I think, some units to go around. We're at 4 HP, which is very unfortunate considering we definitely wanted to be doing more by this point. That also gets transformed. Deal 3 to all units is unfortunately not quite what I'm looking for. I don't want to discard it because it's a very good card. Hextech Anomaly, not Icequake in this scenario. They have 3. They could potentially kill us from there, which is the terrifying part. The scary part is they could potentially just kill us from there, which sucks a lot. I'm going to discard the prize fight because I don't know if we're actually going to get value from that. There's another Callista, there's a Pool Shark. Unfortunately, none of those are quite what I am looking for. I think let's just commit some fucking damage. So you can kill Longtooth when it comes down, which I'm assuming it will.
Best run while you can.
Callista is watching things happen. Down to 8. We're still probably gonna lose from here. I will Icequake. I can't Icequake anymore. I was gonna be like, I will if it's the only way to get rid of that Fizz. It's probably not. I'm also assuming they have fast speed spells here in this scenario. Let's do a Pool Shark.
Go on then.
Do you want to do 2 Pool Sharks just to see what we can find? Probably. We need some way to silence Fizz, which I don't know if we're going to be able to get. There's a Coral Creature, there's the Tellstones. 3 mana Vengeance! Oh, we got 2 Vengeances. Hextech Anomaly trying to help me out desperately. Desperately trying to throw me a fucking bone here of maybe I can get around some of the Fizz targeting, anti-targeting, whatever the fuck you want to call it. So I can afford to cast both Vengeances here, which removes the chance of me casting Darkness, which might be okay depending. I think we hold the 3 mana Vengeance and the Darkness up to get rid of Longtooth and something else. That's definitely not a regular fucking Fizz. That cannot be a regular fucking Fizz. You are lying to me. You have a spell. I know you have a spell. We all know that you have spells. Okay, that's fair enough. So we get rid of this, and then we have to try and kill that, because if we don't, we fucking die. So that's exciting shit. Yeah, there's definitely something in there. Because I unfortunately just can't cast that last one because we're 1 mana short. So it probably does get countered. I'm sure it gets countered. We probably don't live at 1 HP either. But we're getting surprisingly close. It's like almost there. This Hextech Anomaly was exactly what we needed. It's just also a fucking Fizz, unfortunately. It's just also, unfortunately, a fucking Fizz. Ah, damn it. Ah, god fucking damn it. Divine Judgment. Almost every counter possible, and we still lose to fucking Fizz. Still lose to Fizz. Definitely. Do I think Fizz should have gotten rotated? I don't really give a shit, but there's definitely should be more removal options for Fizz. It's just more removal options would be absolutely fucking fantastic. Anyway, we lost to Set Karma and we lost to Fizz, which is annoying, but what you gonna do? True to playing against Fizz in League. So Glass is or used to be and is still kind of a Fizz main. incredibly annoying to play against. I tried playing against him once when he was playing Fizz. What a fucking time that was. I'm gonna delete something here and import a new deck. This is a bout security situation. Security patrols. With Font of Power, I believe it was. Do I need cards for it? I don't need cards for it. It's just this one. We had Crumble Mana. Oh, we did have Crumble Mana. To be fair, I kind of just saw the Fizz and gave up because he sucks, I think. I think I just kind of gave up at that point, honestly. He's not very interesting to play against. Kind of wanted out. In that scenario, anyone playing fucking Fizz can leave me the fuck alone. Forsaken Bakai, Rite of Calling, Shape Stone. Oh, I forgot Rite of Calling went up to 1. I'm so used to seeing this at 0 mana. Chronomancer, Preservarium, Ruthless Predator, Bout Security, Glaive, Akar, and Vagabond, Talia, Promising Future, Sands of Time, and Zephyr Sage. So we want the basically want the font cycling here. Because we can hopefully get that going. And then, yeah, we get the Talia to discount and get the Auction landmarks triggering faster. And then, yeah, Zephyr Sage should hypothetically make free copies of Bout Security if we can discount the cost enough. Okay, that should be interesting. Some version of Bout Security has to work in the end. Some version of Bout Security has to work. It's such an odd card. Like, when they showed it off in the trailer, it was like, you're gonna have 40 bajillion mana and cast Bout Security instead of casting 40 bajillion mana and winning with Karma. They definitely gaslit us a little bit on that one. That is just ephemerals. That is literally just fucking ephemerals. That's for later. That is very much for later. It does feel good to have Shape Stone in hand, though. Having Shape Stone is pretty good. I miss this card a lot. I miss this fucking card. That is probably just gonna kill us with Zed. Yeah, they're not super experienced on Zed. They have the most experience on Hecarim? Oh, Hecarim and Elise, it looks like. Singing Glaive, we'll worry about later. Give me Auction or some means of duplicating it. Nope. Absolutely fucking not. There's an Elise, there's a 3/3. There's no way you trade this, right? Into the Elise?
It will all be over soon.
Okay, sure. I'll kill your fucking champion. You probably don't have too many more copies. My bet is it's something like 2 Zed, 1 Elise, 1 Thresh, 1 Hecarim. Maybe they stacked the Elises, though. I'm not quite sure. We actually did manage to find the Auction here. I think I'm going to do this so I can glaive him.
I do not break rules, I bend them slightly.
So we block one of these. It doesn't really matter which one. Okay. They can't kill it instantly, which is good. We might also be able to kill the Zed with the Ruthless Predator, which is nice. Get a bit of targeting done. 4 mana is a stun or a recall, though. And we're in Eternal, so there's a lot of options for that. There are a lot of options for them right now. That is a vile feast. None of those were the options I was expecting, but I'll take it. Give that vulnerable. Give me some targeting. Let me hit the thing real quick. Hello, goodbye. I don't think there's anything they could have done except for the Steel Tempest, but I don't anticipate them really having Steel Tempest. Fearsome, +1/+1. Let's give it +1/+1. I would prefer it to not die. Boop. Thank you. So we can discount this landmark pretty quickly. Now we would like a Bout in hand, and we also need to get to the bigger landmark. as well. I've never summoned this Sandstone Charger, and I am a little bit sad I've never summoned that Sandstone Charger, because the art for that fucking Sandstone Charger is like really incredible actually, but it's so hidden in here. Like, look at that shit. It's so good looking. It's so pretty. That is a regular ass vengeance. I'm still discounting my landmark, so I'll take it. No one is ever going to cast that, and I feel bad. It's such pretty art. Like, wait, who made this one? Kudos Productions. Kudos to Kudos Productions. That's fucking beautiful, and I'm so sorry no one sees it. We're gonna predict and draw, I think. I really wanted the Akshan to live there. Didn't know what it was at first due to the skin. I didn't know what it was either. Or I knew, but I was like, things. I don't want any of those. We already have those in hand. I need like an Akshan again, or that's the swinging glaive. Ha! Okay. They could summon more landmarks, but that's really not what we're looking to do at the moment. I mean, we could just summon her to summon her, but it's just not what we're planning to do. Oh, this is for chat. I'm gonna read it out anyway because now I'm curious. If you're a necromancer, if your necromancer's in charge of resurrecting the dead as skeletons for manual labor, and a child asks you what you're doing with a relative's body, would you tell the truth? Yes, I like necromancer classes, and I'm all about consensual necromancy. I play a necromancer in a D&D campaign, so I fully agree. Resurrecting the dead shouldn't be taboo. Let my fucking necromancer do the things. All the things. Every corpse is mine. That is a pile of fuck. Not the Empyrean. I could really use an Akshan to do the thingy. I'm just so close to dead now. Probably gonna have to count this one as a loss. And I'm finding Talia's left and right. I mean, at least the Talia's level. That's like marginally exciting. I have to be careful of that though, because if the Phantom Prankster hits me in the face, I am dead. I am just fucking dead. Sands of Time saves me not at all, because it will reduce it to a 4/5. And guess who has 4 HP, baby? Oh god. Writing a story for a comic in a modern society where the dead are resurrected for manual labor and stuff. Doing some world building. Nice. I'm just gonna level her. We die to the Empyrean next turn anyway. Let's try this again. Unfortunately, we did lose the Akshan to a Vengeance, which we didn't really have any way to correct for exactly, which sucks, but oh well. Also, we're gonna take some fucking Phantom Prankster damage in a second, which also sucks. I could open attack and then take 3 and then like super turbo die to the Empyrean. I don't think there's anything that gets us out of this. I would need to somehow manifest lifesteal. Or like 2 Sands of Time. That is, funnily enough, not 2 Sands of Time. I found all my weapons though. This is a very fun, I'm still taking 4 damage turn. I'm still taking 4 damage. Let's try this again. Yes? No, it's death. I can't interact with the Empyrean. It is death. You can commit the open attack. That's a discipline. Sure, I guess. Whatever. I don't give a fuck. Why? That doesn't do anything. Okay, sure, whatever. They're named after death gods in different religions. Nice. Oh, Sky, it's nice that you're working on art. That's really cool. I know you were saying that you were working on projects before, but that's just kind of dope. All right, 2 more attempts on this. Let's see if we can't crack out a win. And then we do have another deck from Berserk and another deck from Sick Pike, with Queen waiting in the wings for our next stream to bring that in as well. Yeah, what's the calculation there? Is an external platform better for visibility, or is your own platform better for just like, I would assume like marketing and shit? I actually don't hate this hand because we have a lot of predicts. Might never see the light of day. I mean, that's also fair. Glaive? I mean, about security is nice for later. You might be able to hold the combo for that at this point. Let's deal a little polka damage. Zed Lux is a deck I haven't seen in a while. Not a deck I've seen in a little bit. I'm also just like staring at my opponent's username because I can see that it's asymmetrical, and I really wish they'd made it symmetric. I really wish they'd make it fucking symmetric right there. Geg, I'm gonna call you Geg if that's okay. Thank you for the follow! Welcome to the madness. I hope you're enjoying your time here. We're gonna go with a 3/3. That's probably gonna get a spell soon enough, but I'll live with that. I'm not attacking with my quick attack because I do not have Shapestone this time, and I do not wish to yeet. I am amazed if you kill that. Why are you killing Mage Seeker? Do you realize that gives you Challenger in a hot minute? No? Okay, I'm fine with this. Huh? What? I have questions. As many promising futures if I can get the Akshan to stick onto the board. Which currently, he looks like he might be able to stick onto the board. Alright, that's a 5/4. I have a 3/3 again, so here we fucking go. Marvado! Hello, welcome back to the stream. Having a pretty good day so far, thank you for asking. We're currently trying to do some bounce security memes. How was your day? Do you like my rat? I hope you like my rat. Also, wait, what? Let's see. There's Demacia. Let's go with the Chronomancer. That is one evil-looking rat. It is a pretty evil-looking rat. We're definitely losing the Swiftwing Lancer here. Let's take the Glaive, though, for sure. Yeah, I'll pass here. But they do finally manage to actually get a Challenger thing here, which is kind of funny. Let's see. There's the Lux. I'm gonna target this just so we can get the level, even though we're losing it immediately. We're losing it immediately. Thanks, Syntax. Thanks, Syntax. I gotta love the folks who march in. Okay, can someone explain to me the mentality of walking into someone else's stream and being like, I'm going to sit through your ads, I'm going to follow your stream, and then I'm gonna say some shit? Like, somebody who's not an asshole, like, walk me through that logic. Because I don't fucking understand the logic for sure. It seems completely brainless and nonsensical. We can, I think, skip this one. I don't understand it either. The funniest interaction I ever had, or at least one of the funniest interactions I ever had, is somebody found me in ranked, thought I was roping because I was talking to the chat, which, to be fair, I was probably roping a little bit. Then they also sat through my ads and followed the stream, and I was just like, what do you expect this to do? You are literally at this point just giving me money and attention, which is great. Thank you. There's a joke about how to defeat Lux. You increase Demacia's light bill, and when they can't pay it, just turn off all the lights in Demacia, including Lux's magic. Fuck yeah. So I do finally have the Warlord's Horde thingamadongle going, which is great. We are approaching the combo if we can do it, which is also good. It is free engagement. It's totally free engagement. It's just kind of funny. We're gonna pass. Also, I gotta admire the person who's like, I'm an enemy of the state. I don't have that much power. I wish I had that much power to overthrow governments. But unfortunately, I do just kind of lack that ability. I am insufficiently government overthrowing. Being an enemy of the state is based as fuck. Exactly! Like, what exactly would I be losing by becoming an enemy of the state? Let me be the enemy of the state. FBI don't come for me. Exactly. Like, being an enemy of the state is just like, great. I have the ability to fuck up a broken, biased system. Let's fucking rip this shit up. Let's fix all the problems. I'm gonna keep casting mouse securities because I have nothing else to do here. We're probably just gonna die, because amidst all of the other shit happening, our opponent has also been Demacia-ing. Very aggressively Demacia-ing. I could Shapestone this. Fuck it, I'm gonna Shapestone that. Okay, nothing is Challenger. We're doing okay. I mean, first order of business, if I was a true enemy of the state, would just be to give everybody free donuts in the morning. Like, that just seems like a good policy, I think. Everybody gets a free donut before you go to work. How much am I dying? I am dying by 3 damage. You know what? Texas doesn't feel like Demacia, but does feel a bit like Noxus and Shadow Isles combined. Free donuts! You want to take up in the morning to take a free donut? So somebody who's a consultant for the company that I work at comes in like once a month for a week, and one time for a brainstorming thing, she just brought in a bunch of donuts for our first brainstorm meeting, and it was just like, oh my god, I get to hang out with people who have interesting ideas and also eat donuts. This is fantastic. Just want to decently priced housing. That's second on the docket. That's second on the docket. First on the docket is donuts for all. Second on the docket is, can I afford rent with the current paycheck, please? And also, like, not just afford rent, but also be able to, like, support myself and buy food and have free time, and also pay rent. Like, those are also key, important things to think about. Anyway, thank you, chat, for going with the flow. You guys are great. Let's see. I'm gonna wait for the auction to happen. We're gonna... Oh, it's a chip! No! Oh, I gotta kill a chip somehow. It somehow cost 50k and they don't even look like anything special. Okay, there was a house... you know when you hit like a certain point and you're like, I'm going to cry about houses I can't afford? That happened to me the other day. I was reading a news article about Redfin and other like businesses that are like sell houses that really quickly and do all this shit that's kind of difficult for them to actually guarantee over time. And I was looking at this one house that was like $330,000, which in California is, to be fair, slightly a steal, unfortunately. I was looking at it and I was like, this place looks tiny, run down, it's not an ideal area, and it's still several $100,000. Thanks, universe. Thanks for this. Those are the few times where I'm like, you know, upstate New York, for all of its problems, was a lot cheaper. It was a lot cheaper to live in than California. Like, holy shit, it was cheaper. Eventually I can kill a rock bear, but for now we're just gonna threaten the small child with a very aggressive robber. Sorry, small child. Okay. There's an ancient preparations. Here's a lucky find. Find me lucky things. Spell shield is very lucky, I'll take it. We unfortunately don't really have any other units, but we're at 19, so I'm gonna hang on to that. Oh boy. Sands of Time. Actually useful here if I could cast it, which I cannot. I think we can hit that potentially. Not sure if we can. Either way, we do level him. We go down to 9, unfortunately, but here we go. Here we go. Up on the edge of civilization, the houses in your area go for $350,000. Yeah, I think the median here is like around the upper hundreds of thousands of dollars, which is alarming and terrifying, but it's fine. Promising future is actually good for this landmark if we do want to do that. About security shit. Let's buff this guy again. Your parents bought their house in this area for 90,000. That kind of sounds like the classic parent scenario of, you were able to buy your house for cheaper. Not me though, not me. Some of the houses in your area are around 200k. The lowest is like 70k. 70k is not absurd. It's not absurd, I think, for a house. It's still a lot of fucking money though. Still a lot of money. I've recently been in a scenario where I'm starting to think about, like, what does retirement mean? And oh boy, that is a rabbit hole of things that I'm not prepared for, nor do I have the financial ability to really put a whole lot into that. But hopefully, maybe one day I'll be able to retire. Such is the plight of our generation. Maybe we can retire. Maybe we'll own a house. If the world doesn't set itself on fire. Anyway, yeah, I do stand by my donuts for all statement first. But there are definitely other things that also do need to be addressed eventually. Stop casting stuff! You're casting a lot of stuff and it's alarming me. Let's give this buff again. As a kid, you always wondered how what living in a house was like. Now today, I'm like, how many limbs do you want to lose to buy a house? Kinda that, yeah. Kinda that, yeah. Like, is my kidney up for grabs? Would you like my kidney? If I give you my kidney, will you give me a 2-bedroom space that's mine that the government won't take from me and the HOA won't fucking also take my liver for? Okay, anyway, do we live? Also, a good question of, do we fucking survive? Do we survive? I'm not sure if we survive. That's the dragon post. I mean, that's not an unreasonable amount of survival, especially if I get rid of that landmark in particular. Because ever since you were a kid, you've been living in an apartment. Oh, that kind of sucks. I'm kind of the same way, though. We lived in a house with my grandmother for a little bit. And then we unfortunately left for live in apartments when I was around 8 or 9 or so, and that just kept happening, which is like not anybody's fault in particular. Like, I don't blame my parents for or my mom for what she did, but it was definitely like not the most fun scenario. It was not the most fun scenario ever. Let's go down to 2. All right, let's do this. Lewis, thank you for the follow. Welcome to the stream. Hopefully I'm pronouncing that right. If I have not, please correct me. The way they construct houses over here, you keep hearing about gas problems? Oh, gas problems is not what you want to fucking hear. That really sucks, actually. TBH, a lot of apartments can be better than homes. Some places be lit. That's actually a good point, though. There are apartments that look really nice, and you can definitely like own an apartment or own a condo, and like that can work out. Whatever you decide to buy is certainly up to you, and there are lots of good options. But there's something nice about the idea, at least I think personally, about like having, you know, space to live in. Like having a yard and like being able to expand more like up and outwards if you wish to. This is gonna potentially be awkward because we don't have a lot of hand space. However, we might be able to get a bunch of bout securities here. So let's go. Let's cast font into font. We do see a bout security. If I cast another one, we will be overfilling hands, so let's do the 1 bout security. 1 bedroom, because it'll just be you. Maybe a townhouse. Small houses are also fucking adorable. They're so fucking adorable. One house that's very impractical that I would actually really have fun living in, I think, is they make those little, at least in upstate New York. Also, hello! Welcome to the chat and the stream. They make little triangle-shaped houses. It's partly to keep the snow from, you know, landing on everybody, because snow will fuck up your house for sure. But it's also kind of fun because they just look really cute. They just look really fucking cute. We are actually getting the bout security combo here, and I have never been happier. I have never been fucking happier. Apartments are nice, but it used to be in the past the apartment was a stopgap while you save for your house. Now apartments cost as much as a house property you don't and won't own. Yeah, that's also unfortunately very true. Do we overwrite the auction here? I don't think we'd need to overwrite the auction, but we definitely have done a lot of work here. We've definitely done a lot of work here. Holy shit, our bat securities are fucking being secure as fuck. Can we kill them? No, we cannot kill them, but we can trade with their annoying ass dragon that's trying to do things. So, that should be fine. That should be fine. Yeah, quick attack and empowered, fine. We have a board wipe. We have a board wipe, and we're about to cast more bout securities. Yeah, I mean, I'll cast this last one. Yeah, let's do it. On the state, live in a 3-story home that you're renting for $1,000 a month. A 3-story house that you're renting for $1,000? That sounds actually super fucking nice. Holy shit. Forsaken and a rite of calling. That's all fine, to be honest. We're gonna do this, I think, on the other guys. If we can just cycle free ones, I'll cycle the fucking free ones. Could have done this before, but I'm doing it now, motherfucker. Motherfucker, we're doing it now. This goes forever. It actually technically goes forever because they're all free. Because they're all free. Yeah, this, I didn't do it before. I should have done it before, but yeah, they do just get bigger until the end of time. Yeah, okay, I'll stop it here, but that actually is kind of great. 3 stories is too much. It'd be paranoid living in a 3-story home. There is something creepy about having too much space. Like, sometimes it does feel like a lot of room. That doesn't have overwhelm, so I think we're fine. I think we should actually be fine. Because we have units to cast, and that's the important part here. As long as we have units to cast, I don't think have issues. We'll just overwrite something here. Let's take a little Bakai at the moment. Smokey the Terror. What's up, Georgia friends? Oh, because you're like 40 in the south of Atlanta and this store's expensive. The store's a 3-story house sounds nice on paper to me, but you wouldn't personally want to live in a 3-story home. Yeah, still understandable. I get freaked out when there's too much room and it's really dark at night because I'm afraid of the dark. So I just start fucking panicking. If there's nobody else around or no lights on, I'm just like, somebody's going to walk in here and fucking murder me. I know for a fact someone's gonna walk in here and fucking murder me. I can feel it somehow. Somehow I'm going to die. So that's a bunch of things. Any of our bout securities win us the game, however. So I'm going to open attack. And we did get an absolute surrender. Nice. Has a bathroom and kitchen down there? That's still really good. What if someone sneaks into your home and you won't know if anyone is there because they could be on the 1st floor or the 3rd floor? They either Spider-Man into your 3rd floor or your attic and then they kill you from above, or they sneak into your basement and they kill you from below. So many things to worry about. But Sick Pike, I know I didn't attack when we had the biggest board to work with, but we did get the combo, so that worked out. Thank you for sending that in. Cameras. Just buy cameras. If I ever own property, I am definitely buying a shit pile of fucking cameras. Just so many cameras. Berserk and Sick Pike, you guys are up next here. I'm at the point where I'm definitely buying a dash cam soon because I've seen so many cars just hit people in front of me. I was going down a straight road the other day, straight road, red light turn green, the car in front of me goes, and this other car just like keeps on driving in a pretty fast speed and fucking slams into it. And I was just like, I need something. I need something here. Viewer Berserk. Freljord Sharima. When you get a house you want a koi pond, it's been your dream since you were like 5? Yo, that sounds actually really nice. Koi are beautiful. lived in Cali for a few years, those people are wild race car drivers. Yeah, there are. Don't even get into the sideshows. The first day I landed in California, well, technically the second day because I landed and then I woke up the next day. The first full day I spent in California, we went to walk down to the store, and then boom, there was this sideshow in the middle of the road. And for those of you who don't know what sideshows are, it's basically a bunch of people in their cars doing donuts in the middle of a big intersection, holding up traffic, don't give a fuck. They are illegal, but there's so many people and there's so many vehicles that they just kind of fucking happen. You do the same before ever thinking of buying or renting a house, but putting cameras at every side of the house and on every floor. Yes. Even if it's just me walking around fucking butt fuck naked, at least if somebody sneaks up on me naked, I'll have evidence that they did. California and New York are two states you never intend to drive in. I have driven in both. I actually like New York a lot more because I find New York drivers to be more predictable. Like, they are bitchy and they will cut you off and they're very aggressive, but they're like predictably aggressive, if that makes sense. It's like, okay, I know this person is going to try and merge in front of me. That person is going to try and do a Jersey slide. Like, we know that is a known quantity. I drove over here in California and it's like, why did you turn on your right turn signal, shift 2 lanes to the left, slow down, and then accelerate to 90 miles an hour? Like, what is happening in your brain? Worst driving experience in Cali was coming back from Joshua Tree in a windstorm. You swear that Jeep was going to lift off the ground? Oh, yeah, it gets super fucking windy. It gets super fucking windy in California. One of the worst driving experiences I had in California was actually not around any traffic. We were driving up Highway 1 towards Eureka, and it was about 4 or 5 in the evening, and we were on that stretch of Highway 1 that goes over to 101, if anyone knows what that means. Basically, there's Highway 1 along the coast, and then it goes over through the redwoods to Highway 101, because Highway 1 basically stops at a certain point on the coast. Driving through the forest at night through windy, twisting roads in the dark with basically only one car behind me for miles was just really kind of freaky. That's different than driving in Texas. They don't let you know what their next move is. Ninja drivers are not fun to be around. Valley girls driving, the indecision. Oh god. Yeah, Valley girls are pretty bad too. You could drive into a parking lot and there's a car crash. I was pulling up from a parking lot of Walmart and there was a car crash behind you. Oh god. I like that it's a Walmart parking lot too. Like, shit goes down at Walmarts. Apparently now it's expanded to their parking lots. My main memory of Walmart parking lots, though, is when I was a kid. They would push all of the snow to, like, one side. So when we went to the store, of course, all of the children would, like, climb up the snow pile. It was a pretty big snow pile, usually, so you could, like, slide down that shit while your parents were shopping. It was kind of great. Anyway, we're gonna do an auction. Frosty Tits auction also is happening. Start of our no sleep. Yeah, probably. Did you tell me this was Eternal, or did you tell me it was something else? It would be down here. I need to see Berserk. I don't like that it's sorting my decks differently because now it's different. It is. Okay, let's take a look at this. We'll do the Pulse Fire because I didn't do Pulse Fire last time, but we can do the full aesthetic this time around. I also have a Pulse Fire chip because he's fucking adorable. As a child, wait, I forgot Shaped Stone exists. We should add that. Add Shaped Stone. Okay, can do that. Can do. Yeah, emotes are fine. Whatever. Let's see. Never did that as a kid. If you didn't grow up in a super snowy place, that kind of makes sense. It is Akshan Aram. Fuck yeah. Shaped Stone. Let me put that in. It mostly did as a as a child, Walmart was like the only entertainment around here. I grew up in somewhat a similar place. When I was really young, from like 2 or 3 to 9, we lived in a town that was basically just like, yeah, there's there's a couple of there was like a mall next to the Walmart, which was like kind of okay. The mall next to the Walmart was fine. It did have occasionally some stuff. So there was that in addition to the Walmart. It's also a really shitty mall, so it was mostly the Walmart. The most I did as a kid in Walmart was switch items in the meat section. It's mystery meat for everybody. That sounds actually really scary. Imagine somebody thinking they're buying pork and they have beef. That would actually be really, really unfortunate. But I guess you can usually tell by visually. Never enter a Walmart under the influence, especially if that influence has psychedelic properties. Things you've learned in life the hard way. Oh my god. Yeah, also don't watch trippy ass videos on YouTube that are designed to make your eyes go wonky bonky, because I did that. Wonky bonky is also the technical term I would like to have you know. We want to keep the predicts though, actually, so I'm gonna put in one. We might be able to drop one of these. Maybe a siphoning. I like Shapestone, to be honest. But siphoning is also really good. Just go at midnight and hang out with the giant bouncy balls. Giant bouncy balls! Remember you got in trouble for switching 2 packages of beef with 2 packages of chicken without your mom looking? Oh no. Oh no. Yeah, let's just jump in. That's actually kind of funny. The one thing I used to do as a kid that really terrorized my mom, but was really funny for me as a child, is whenever we went into said mall, for instance, or Walmart, or any store in general, what I would do is I would, of course, I'm mulling in a couple predicts here because we have a predict. I would hide in the clothing section. I would not just hide. You know how the clothing racks used to be? I think they still are. There's like one metal pole in the middle, and then there's like either 2 bars or 4 bars that like they just hang things on. What I would do is I would scoot up into the little center bar that's holding the whole thing up, and just like let the 2 to 4 like rounds of like extensions of clothing just like blanket me so that I couldn't actually be seen, and the only thing that you could fucking see was my feet. I think that drove my mom up the wall, because it usually worked, because sometimes there would be long jackets that were the perfect length to hide a child. So I freaked her out a few times by doing that. And then there was definitely 1 or 2 cases where I actually lost track of where she was. So then I got real sad and occasionally would go crying to the customer service desk like, I lost my mom, send help. The bouncy balls are the one thing Walmart has going for them. I don't know enough about these bouncy balls. I think my mom probably, or somebody stopped me from interacting with them probably. This is not the hand I wanted for sure. That's the better dude though. You did the same thing in the circular clothing racks. Your parents freaked out on more than one occasion. You loved every second of it. At a certain point, it just becomes like I have juked you 40 times, parents. Fuck you. I am a god. And then you do get sad when you're small and you can't find them. I remember one time they had to announce that I was lost over the intercom at a store. I did feel a little bit bad about that afterwards. Your mom would leave? Oh no! Your mom didn't play around with anybody at the store? Your mom almost got into a fight with a lady at the store because her car crashed into your mom's? You were just standing there surprised? Yo, your mom sounds fucking tough. Sounds like a tough shopper. That's a 4-3. Can I smack anything right now? Not particularly. I cannot particularly do a good smack. Can I do anything else? Not really. I'm gonna just do this, I think. I'm gonna take a lot of damage. You realize how shitty that would be if your kids did the same thing to you? Oh no. Yeah, I imagine being in the reverse scenario does make you realize just how shitty kids can sometimes be. We don't have kids, but if we ever do, I'm sure I will be fucking screaming at my young self for being a fucking doofus. I mean, this is +2/+0. This is a +2/+0, just straight up. Your mom would beat your ass if she had to call for me on the intercom and found out you were hiding? Yeah, my mom was actually surprisingly nice about it. I think she was more worried than upset. Don't scream at kids. It's better to traumatize them. I think screaming is traumatizing enough, to be honest. I get traumatized enough by screaming in general, so there's that. I do have an ARAM and a lot of leveled stuff. I want to smack, I want to smack, but unfortunately we're still kind of far from being able to smack because they're going to fucking do some shit. I have Harsh Winds, though. I think Harsh Winds will be pretty good because that will at least force them to potentially do some kind of, potentially force them to do a vengeance or something like that. Ha! Joke's on you! I have stuff too. You know, I have stuff too. That whole shenaniganry. I'm actually more afraid of Kindred than Ash, I think. We block okay here. That might be alright. If my child ever hid in the clothing rack, you would leave them there till closing just to punish them. That's fair. That's actually kind of fair. Got a story for me. One time at Target, your mom had taken me shopping for clothes as a kid. Told me to stay close to her, so I said you went to the play inside of those inner parts of the circular clothes racks. Oh no. Oh no. I mean, we still get the strike, but that does suck for sure. That definitely does suck. That is a little bit of a sucky-wucky. I can, however, potentially kill that. They aren't going with the Ash. This becomes a 6, that becomes a 5. I think Trollshan is actually our way out here if I'm not fecking hallucinating. Which I do not believe I am. I am indeed not feckin' hallucinating. And that is a pretty good turn for me, actually. Your mom pulled a prank on me because the guy in the intercom said that to the kid playing the closing rack, your mom is leaving you! You got so upset I ran to the clothing rack screaming her name and she was waiting in the line at the front of the store. Aww. That's a good way to threaten your kid, I think. Of just like get the fucking employees in on it so that they know they know what's up too. Can probably get rid of a bunch of things here if we really want to. I'm gonna do this first and see how they respond. It's all kicks and giggles until shit hits the fan. True. Pantheon has no pants. Learn your lesson that day. That definitely sounds like the child figured something out time. I'm trying to think if my mom ever did anything like that to me. She threatened me a lot over like not cleaning my room and stuff, but nothing so drastic as to like pretend that she was gonna leave me behind and something, which is like kind of good. I mean, it was nice for me, but I don't know. Maybe she should have for like after the 5th time I hid in the clothing rack or something like that. Didn't play in the clothing racks anymore. You know, fucking fair. I can't stop that from dying, but we still get the strikes at least. Unfortunate, but okay. Pantheon having no pants? I mean, I think he deserves... He could have a pant or two. Like one pant or two, maybe. Let's see here. Just checking on some stuff. I'm gonna turn off the deck request because it's getting a little late here. That's a Frost Bootus. Okay, that's unfortunate. But we do have a nice swing here for sure. Oh, we have a nice swing here, which should be able to do some chaos. Yeah, okay. Let's equip this. We have 6 mana remaining. We can Siphoning Strike. I think this is actually the like highest priority target just because it will continually level Ash, which we don't want, and we have Harsh Winds to respond to an Ash or something soon. So that's dead. This is looking good. We have the Glaive cast on our 7/6 Auction by now. Let's give him tough, maybe. We do have another Auction in hand if we can get that strike going. Why didn't they give Kale and Aatrox interaction? What lovers quarrel? No, that's a good question. That's a good question. I wonder if Pantheon has an shot now. You will not publicly jump the ship. Look, I've spent enough time on AO3 that no ships are really judgment material for me. If you want it, somebody has written it. Somebody has made it. As long as it's not... I mean, there's some barriers that you gotta not cross, hypothetically, but I mean, whatever. Do what you want. Just do what you want, honestly. Quicksand is here. Absolver is here. They're at 15 HP. We've got the Harsh Winds in hand. I think I'm just gonna take another Secret Keeper for Secret Keeper sometimes. Deco Endeavor, and I'm like, stop, go to jail, do not pass, go. Yeah, that's fair. Yeah, that's a little bit messed up. That's a little to a lot of bit messed up. We're talking about ships, Evelyn and Pike. I mean, they're both violent murder machines, so I can see the argument. I can see an argument for that, for sure. I don't like any of this that is happening right now. Just, I thought I'd let people know I don't like anything that's happening. You know how it be, where I just would like to disengage. Yeah, that's fine. No damage taken, fantastic. Ash at 1 HP. Our Akshan returns to normal. They do potentially have frostbites, but he's actually pretty immune to just general damage at this point, which is kind of exciting. I think we can also potentially go with everything depending on how our strikes work out. Yeah, what is the strangest ship people have seen? So I've seen some strange ones. I've definitely seen some strange fandoms as well of just like, you're writing fanfic for what now? Huh? Wish this League fanfic committee took off. One of the best fics ever was as Echo, and you need more of that ship in your life. Yeah, the League community, I'm actually surprised sometimes how little there is, or at least a little that I've been able to find. Maybe there's a trove somewhere that I'm just like not aware of enough. This is also potentially going to start hurting us that next turn. Maybe we'll be able to stave him off. I really wanted that strike for the targeting. Unfortunately, we do lose that as well. I don't know about Gangplank and Alawi because Gangplank may be immortal, but I think Alawi's girth can break that immortality. Literally just rips him in half. That's a Pate Poro. That's gonna revive. What is that reviving? What have I killed? I don't actually necessarily remember at this point. Again, having a second Harsh Winds should help us out. We would like to find champions, so hopefully after we get something going on with the landmark countdown, we'll be able to actually use that. We can put the Akshan in front of a bunch of things, which should help the targeting and the grappling hook at least. Yeah, I figured the Kendra would come back, but I was hoping not. The reason I started Genshin last week was to have more background for the fanfic. It's one of the biggest communities on AO3. You need it. So a bunch of the authors I follow have started writing for Genshin Impact, and I'm like, okay, maybe I do need to figure out who Zhongli is, you know? Don't think you want to start reading League fanfics because you might be stepping over to the dark side. That's fair. There is a lot of potential darkness over there that's happening. So we're gonna frostbite, I think, here and here. We're gonna do this, and we're going to do this. I don't really want to sacrifice him like that. We could also just do that and then shape stone to hit the kindred. Or we could honestly just use it to block damage. Or buff it anyway and block more damage. Because I do want the targeting. Oh, but if we do that on the kindred, we have a greater potential of actually killing the kindred because it will have targeted and it will have also taken some damage. So I think that's better in the end. I mean, assuming they don't have a Battle Fury. They do have a Battle Fury, which is not on the unit that would have actually mattered. They had lethal. I don't know if they're aware that they actually had lethal. I mean, they must have known they had lethal, but also, what the fuck, I guess? I'll need shielded, don't know it yet, but you need it in your life? Alright, that's fair enough. Okay. Yeah, why didn't you just kill me? You realize that Battle Fury could have gone to an unblocked unit, right? You realize this? You're not just... Why are you pulling my leg this way? What's happening? Okay, I have a 5/5 Akshan anyway, so that's exciting. That's exciting. Could I get... Let's see... Ooh, I mean, we could Shield of the Sentinels, because we're getting champions off the thingy. Yeah, I actually don't hate that, because now he's a little bit harder to kill, as will everything else be harder to kill. That is a Grant, which sucks, but, that is also a fucking Vygar. A 6/9 Vygar. Of all things to witness here.
Villains beware.
I think we're just gonna start this off. Yeah, we got ARAM going, which does buff everything that we are generating in hand. They need 2 pings or 2 spells to get the spell shield off. They're blocking with a pouty poro. I'm assuming that's not what's happening here. ARAM deck? ARAM Secret Keeper deck. It's kind of a mix of a bunch of things, which is fun. We might die to Kindred, though, which is unfortunate. I didn't expect them to Battle Fury the Kindred instead of, you know, something else. Though I did correctly call Battle Fury, which kind of makes me sad that I couldn't actually do anything despite that. Gotta drop that 6/9. We do have to drop the 6/9. That is kind of inevitable. Doesn't really matter here. But the targeting sure does. 2 to anything. We can currently block the damage. I could cast 2 ARAMs for like 2 champion options and then overwrite one if we get a really good one, which is probably worth all things considered. It'd be funny, at least. If nothing else, this on top of Secret Keeper, if we ever find another Predict in our goddamn lives, is funny. This is a pretty funny situation, though I do have to definitely block Kindred. That is a fucking Kale. And a fucking Pantheon. 4 keywords is actually not a terrible number of keywords. That is an Icy Yeti, which triggers on absolutely fucking nothing. I'm gonna cast my big-ass Pantheon in the hopes of maybe finding something called Lifesteal with Barrier. Fuck yeah. Lifesteal and Barrier and Spell Shield and Brash and Regen you're so beautiful. Sir, you're allowed to not have pants. I'm just saying maybe if you want pants, you should have those. But also that is gorgeous. That is incredible. Thank you, Pantheon, for saving us, maybe. Potentially saving us. They only have 6 mana, so good news.
There it is.
So they're pinging the spell shield off of the Pantheon, which means they might have a means of pinging the barrier. I don't think I really give a shit, right? No, I don't think I really give a shit. Yeah, that's fine. Can I kill something else? I think we might as well kill something else while we're here, just to reduce the amount of damage that we're taking to face. Probably should have gone for the 3/1 actually, because Troll Chance a card in this format. That was potentially a fucking mistake. They are letting us pass the turn because they don't want to deal with the barrier on the Pantheon, which is fair enough. There's a 9/9 Yasuo and a 9/10 Set. I think it's time we cast Set and see what they just fucking do. These are some loaded champs, actually. I am not mad at what it's just spawning, because sometimes it spawns suboptimal things. If they have Ruination, we also still have 3 champions that are just straight up fucking protected. I'm gonna overwrite one of the ARAMs because we have okay champions in hand. And also it's a 9/10 with Spell Shield. So we're gonna try and take this. It does not trade because he cannot die while attacking. We have spent 5 of 12 mana, which means we can spend the rest pretty easily, actually. We have the Darkness, we have other cards in hand. That is an atrocity. Unfortunately, I can't deal with fucking atrocity. You lame ass hoe! Dang it! Trying to do shit over here. They're trying to do exciting things over here, you motherfucker! Ah. Yeah, well, shit. Basically. Basically. How dare they have a traditional win con? Kindred is literally last year. I should throw that insult around a little bit more. You're playing a card that's literally from last year. That's not even a good play. What if we had freeze? That's true. That's true. Buzzkill opponent for sure. Give me another person. We'll give this deck a couple more shots, and then we've got one more deck here from Sick Pike to round out our evening. Unforgiven with Shyvana Soul. I feel like I am less good versus Shyvana Soul, so we'll see how it goes. I don't actually want any of that rest of that shit. Maybe Rite of Calling. That's a good hand, though, I think. Depending on whether or not we can live versus dragons. They do have access to things like Chow, which is a little annoying. Secret Keepers with the Devoted Council is actually really fucking nice. There's no way you block. Actually, you might block because it's 2-1. Yeah, but they take the damage. Let's go, Secret Keeper. Time for an auction.
You know how it is.
Let's just open attack. The fun part. Ooh, no. The fun part where I actually potentially cast a glaive into an auction for some targeting. That's the Dragon Gird. Do they have form up? I'm gonna see if they do. They have Sharp Sight, which is fair enough. Completely forgot about Sharp Sight as a card. Should not have attacked there. I was like, form up? No, how about just that old ass card that has actually been around for a long time? Sure. Buff that a little bit, doesn't matter. We have another option at least to replay that. To redo that shit. So they have Shyvana, I'm assuming? Yeah, there's a Shyvana that gets 2 Fury procs. So yeah, this is, I think, over. I think, unfortunately, this is likely over because I can't argue with the Shyvana. Yeah, I don't think there's any way I can get around that. At least not easily enough to do much. I mean, we have healing. This is Devoted Council is guaranteed healing now because of Secret Keeper. Demacian Steel sucks. I mean, it's not overwhelm or anything. Once they have Dragon's Clutch, though, we're kind of fucked. No real particular interest in open attacking. We are going to get the auction level this turn, though. Oh, and we do have Quicksand, though. There's the weapon in there that gives just +1/+1, right? Yeah, it's not actually super dramatic. It's just kind of chilling. I could try to smack the 3/2. I could try to smack the 3/2, but that closes Quicksand. I think Quicksand on both of those is actually not a terrible idea here, though, because then at least we don't have to worry about the Fury and the Challenger coming in. They are just regular-ass units for the time being. See if we can't predict something, maybe? Not quite. Not quite. I need, like, a big boof champ. Big-ass boofus champus would be fantastic. You still get a +1/+1, but that doesn't actually do anything extra, which is good. That's a 3/5. You can hit my 2/4, I think. They both still count as dragons, unfortunately. 9 of 16. This is currently 9 damage, so if I might subtract it by 2, it's 7 + 9, which is exactly 16, so the Troll Chant will also not stop this from happening. So the Shyvana just kind of levels. I don't see why that's particularly important for you to do, but okay. I guess they really didn't want the trade for some reason, which is fine. I need to get a Challenger again later. Okay. Can I find a champion that can argue with a 7/7 Shyvana? That's the question, and I don't think we can. No. I'm still at 18 HP, but also no. Spirits Unleashed, Auction, and Inspiring Chronomancer. Chronomancer's a predict, and then we do get the draw off of Preservarium, though I don't think there's any champions there that will save us either, unfortunately. Harsh Winds is nice, though. I'll take a Harsh Winds for the following turns. Dragon Guard Lookout is a rally card. We do have this into a Frostbite, though. We do actually manage that. Yep, yep. Uh-huh. Yes, 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 yes. Damage is a happening. So they get a free Strafing Strike. It gets healed, but it's not actually going to do anything on strike because it's not a targeted effect. We're just gonna hit her. Because they can increase the power and cast a strafing strike, which is what I'm banking on here. Oh, they can do that though. They can do that. I forgot about that. Yep, that works, unfortunately. I guess I actually could have attacked there because they only had 1 mana. Or they didn't have much mana in general. I should have attacked there actually because they had two power units. That's a grant. Sure. Don't necessarily give too many fucks other than the fuck about we're dying. Other than the fuck called I'm probably gonna die. What are you pulling? Devoted Council? Pulling that, okay. Fair enough. That's 11 damage. So if we block everything else, we do technically live here. They probably kill Devoted Council, is, at this point, what I'm assuming. We might be able to hold Voice of the Risen, though, if they do that. Depending. They might not care about the Devoted Council, though. They are going for it. So that's 13. Can't save that. Can save this, potentially. Again, not really much to do about that. Not really much that matters in that regard. But it's something. It's still the same amount of damage to face in the end.
From the skies. There is nothing like that.
Hit all of the things. Yeah, we're just too slow. We're just too slow versus the deck. The Kindred deck was actually the deck we were closest to beating, I think. Just because there's some really slow interactions there. I can't draw. Otherwise, drawing would be kind of nice. I'm not just gonna equip this and see if I can smack something. I doubt I can. I mean, I would love to smack that if I could. But I don't think that's going to work. I doubt this is gonna work, but we can fucking try. Otherwise, I mean, we're just getting slowly bled out. We are just getting bled out over time. There's a white flame. Let's buff this, I guess. Smack that. I'm trying to smack it good. They don't have a challenger anymore. That's something. Let's give it +2/+0. Let's just keep on targeting. Shyvana does get blocked. If they have Dragon's Clutch, of course, obviously we die. There's a challenger grant. Again, we're just hoping they don't have that Dragon's Clutch, which they probably do. And there's an ARAM. Well, I found the ARAM in the end. Good shit. Good shit. It doesn't really matter the HP on that, but okay. The fact that you can just kill me, though, does matter. The fact that you can also just kill me with unit damage in general. So if they have... I mean, they can just murder me. Because they have the Strafing Strike, which they should have used to buff the 2/3. I am very amazed they did not buff the 2/3. I'm not quite sure what that was all about. I could take myself out with the Spirits Unleashed, though. I could take myself out with the Spirits Unleashed. I won't do that unless somehow they have another Dragon Guard lookout, in which case we shall very much be just kind of taking ourselves out for the count. There's a Secret Keeper. Let's do... none of this saves. None of this saves. We could draw 2. Again, we're just kind of staring down the barrel of Overwhelm as inevitable. I did once again find 2 ARAMs, though, which is kind of funny. Double ARAM is hilarious. Not summoning many multi-region things now, am I? Not too many of those are coming out. I mean, okay, I'm gonna ARAM. I'm gonna cast 2 ARAMs, and then the name of them just having damage. I'm gonna kill my Nexus. GG, sir. You had too many dragons. They kicked my shit in. Not even a GG? Unforgiven. You are, in fact, unforgiven. Tragic. Absolutely tragic. Alright, let's try that. I think one more time, right? One more time. Try to get the ARAM. And then we've got one more deck to look at this evening. Okie dokie. Give me something that's a little derpy. It's Eternal. There's got to be something derpy in here. It's Casual Eternal. Victor's a little derpy. Being the Shadow Isles, however, not such a derpy set of regions. These are very good cards if I can find Secret Keeper and also get a leveled something something. That is a much better hand. Woo! Okay, excellent. Glaive? Devoted Council. Devoted Council, now much better with the Secret Keeper on board. And waiting. Also, I'm good at top decking auctions, apparently. Fuck yeah. Finding the auctions on time. Huzzah. Oh, that's Shen. Oh, Shen is in there. I didn't realize that Shen was actually in the art there. I guess I've never looked at this closely enough, but that's Chrono Shen. Or not Chrono, it's Chrono from TFT Shen, but, or, Infiniteam Shen, but, you know, the Shen. Shen skin. Anyway. Akshan is here. That's my main point. There's a ballistic bot. That ballistic bot is actually kind of annoying in terms of having an attack here. To be fair, my auction is probably dying anyway to something else. But I think I am just going to Secret Keeper, actually. Let's just Secret Keeper and let that stew for a minute. Get Devoted Council. Have Harsh Winds eventually. Having a Glaive would be nice, but we don't have that, of course. If they get Augment off, though, as a Victor player, I'm going to be proud of them. I'm gonna be proud that they did the thing. Stop casting those, though. Stop having augmenty things. I can't handle too many of them. Chronomancer, predict, lovely, love it. Okay, excellent. Devoted Council also useful, but I think let's predict first, so that I can find either a weapon or a champion or something. I think the predict spells actually have yet to find us a champion that has been created by Secret Keeper, if I'm remembering correctly. It might have found one or two, but I don't think we've been seeing them, which is kind of funny and also a little annoying, but mostly funny. We have a ram sitting in the wings. 2 more turns, baby, and then we throw things at people. Don't know what we're resurrecting, but hopefully it will be fun. Stop that. Stop. No, sheesh and desist. I do have a heal, but it's not immediate. It's not the fastest heal in the universe. Oh God. Okay. The Neandroid actually might get out of hand. It's been a while since Neandroid has been strong, but against me it might be strong enough. It might be strong enough. Yeah, Secret Keeper can fucking die here. Sorry, Secret Keeper. Yeah, oh, we do have the auction spell, though, depending on whether or not they see that coming. That's a 4/3. Relatively intimidating. Might be able to still get excited it down, of course, because Eternal still got the Jinx stuff in it. Still got the Jinx stuff. Would like you to use mana. Would love it if you would use some mana right now. We got a bunch of 2-power units, which unfortunately don't interact with enough things, which kind of sucks. This might be risky. I'm honestly just gonna try and do this, and see if it works. If they've got removal, they've got removal. Let's force them to use it. That's a Flash of Brilliance. That is not actually removal. And they also don't have the mana to cast whatever they generated there. So that's good news for me. Please get Spell Shield. Please let me get Spell Shield. Please let me cast a Spell Shield. That's another fucking ballistic bot. Oh no. Fearsome. Quick attack. +2/+0. Let's buff his power. Was really hoping for Spell Shield versus a board like that. But if that is not to be, that is not to be. Maybe we do get a smack though. They haven't killed him yet, so that makes me think they're not going to kill him now. Unless they're actually being very strategic and waiting for me, or waiting to bait me out here. That's a no, and they're also just taking all the damages. Okay, great, wonderful. Spell shield! Tough. Tough is good, actually. It means he won't die to get excited immediately. Especially if he's a big, chunky boy. Now we have to worry about vengeance. Now it's the vengeance problem. Okay, let's find a champion. None of those are quite champions, unfortunately. Rite of Calling is kind of interesting here, though, because it will get us something. It will get us something, but we do lose... We lose a couple of things here. It's not bad, though. We still got Harsh Winds, and I think betting on the Harsh Winds Rite of Calling is not so bad. We could also cast Aram here, which is obviously guaranteed champions. Or we could Siphoning Strike, Smack, something along those lines. There's lots of choices. Lots of choices. If they tap below 6, I think we go for the Siphoning into Devoted or into Aram. At some point, Devoted will actually need to be cast because I am just taking a lot of damage here. So that makes me think they don't have another Neandroid. Because they would cast another Neandroid if they had it, I think. Okay, more ignitions. We have blockers for most of that. Most of it. They also haven't been making anything really except the ignitions, which is slightly good news for us. I'm waiting for like a sputtering song spinner or something to come down. That is a no-no. I apologize. That is a no-no. Let's make him a 9/6. That's pretty good. Blocks the 3/3. And then we have blockers for other stuff too here. That's an unfortunate Plaza Guardian. If this is a Plaza Guardian deck, I'll be impressed, mostly because nobody really runs Plaza Guardian. Okay, so that looks like they might have damage. Sacred Keeper can bite the dust. You can bite the dust. We're gonna cast something on you, sir, and go from there. We can get another strike that actually wouldn't be so bad. Or again, just give me a champion or something. Eventually, maybe one day. Spell Shield makes me feel much more secure in general. I almost said something like, Spell Shield makes me more secure in Akshan's masculinity. Whatever the fuck that means. It doesn't actually mean anything. I'm hitting the point of the time where I'm fucking tired, okay? I'm tired. The sleep deprivation is setting in. Is Shannon the level up art? There's somebody in the back. I'm not actually sure who that is. We are, however, killing one of the ignitions, which is fantastic. Now I think we do have to start thinking about Devoted Council as an option. But I'm still gonna be greedy and I think cast Aram first. We're very close to counting down Akshan as well. Or the landmark, the Horde, which is nice. Relatable. I'm rating at 2 a.m. and making everyone else suffer due to your sleep-addled mechanics. Yeah, rating at 2 a.m. sounds like a very chaotic situation. I hope the raids are going well, though. Someone give me all the green stones. Oh, the essence? I would send you essence if I could. Challenger's good, though. 12? I'm actually going to cast Devoted Council here, I think. I'm looking at 12 and I'm looking at PNZ and I'm a little afraid. Harsh Winds, though, should save my ass. Should save my ass for sure. If it doesn't save my ass somehow, I will be upsettle. I shall be an upsettle spaghettle. Punch my face. Punch my face. They made me a raid leader on the Discord server a few weeks ago. Oh man, they like you. I've heard, I love that clip of a raid leader just shouting many whelps for World of Warcraft. I fucking love that clip so much. Many whelps, left side, handle it! It's just, there's so much glorious chaos energy coming from that. It's beautiful. It's absolutely beautiful. Thank you for the little doodle heedle doodle. We do have a Harsh Winds and an ARAM, which is great. Or I use both Harsh Winds and Scream because they do some crazy bullshit this turn with 11 mana and a Heimerdinger on the board. It's basically work all over again. Yeah, but it's hard to turn down online friends. It's hard to turn them down. It's not impossible. You're a team lead and you're the most chill team lead ever. That sounds kind of great though. That sounds kind of great. If that's their decision making, then I think we just Frostbite and Smack. Yeah, that just looks like a Frostbite and Smack scenario. Boop, boop. And then boop, schlap. And then if they do more stuff, I don't think it matters because we are finally counting down this landmark and doing some more stuff. You're the same way during raids. Oh, you just don't care what's happening as long as things get done because you're not about to be yelled at. Fucking fair and understandable. We're gonna do this. We're gonna do, I mean, it's the only keyword that's left that he doesn't have yet. Let's do Shield of the Sentinels. They've already committed their attack, so I'm going to just cast my ARAM now. They're +2/+2 and they got Spell Shield, baby. Now it's your problem. I'm the same way during raids. I'm like, I don't care what y'all do as long as the boss dies. They could be doing the Macarena in the background and you're just like, whatever. As long as damage meters happen. It's okay if it's smaller than the diagram. Lots of things are smaller than the pictures. It's okay. It's okay, Heimerdinger. We've all been there. I need to stop taking damage though eventually. Those little ignitions actually kind of hurt, but they are out of ignitions now, so hopefully my devoted council will be able to overheal whatever they're doing for at least a hot minute. Her dress is really pretty, by the way. I've discovered that I just really like the look of leg slits on dresses. They're just so hot. It's really hot. The side of the thigh is the hot zone. I'm getting distracted. He's hot too. I personally wouldn't be wearing that outfit, you know? Okay, heal me. Give me a good champion. You gave me a Soraka. You gave me Soraka. That's interesting. Okay, we are going to, I think, just attack with that and try to take a Heimerbonkles. Give me your Heimerdinger. I'm sorry, small Yordle. Excuse me, small Yordle. I wish to take your shit. I wish to take your shit with me. That's the Commander Ledros. What? Commander Ledros? Oh, fuck yeah, you're on some fucking bullshit. You're on some fucking bullshit, and I love it. I don't actually want to target that. Let's target the Healy, because at this point, I think I really do need the Healy to stay on the board. I need that to remain present. Ledros is fucking cool, though. Kudos to you for playing fucking Ledros. Holy shit. At this point, I could probably also sack a mana gem with like no concerns, or like relatively few concerns here, and get that going. I can't really, the problem is everything that I have kills it except for shape stoning something. We can frostbite it though, which is I think what we're gonna have to do. Let's also just see what we can top deck here. Akshan has kind of done his thing a little bit, so we might be able to overwrite the Warlord's Horde as well if we get something good out of this. We find another fucking Akshan. We targeted this turn. We have targeted the 1/6 this turn, which is not quite what I was thinking. Not quite what I was just thinking. That's okay. That's fine. That's okay. We got the frostbite still. I don't like it, but it's okay. I understand. I see what you're doing. I'm gonna pass. I guess I could technically take out like a 4/1. That actually might not be a terrible idea, all things considered, because they are actually going to have damage to face. But again, Harsh Winds I think should pull us out. Plus the healing, we're still going up by 2. Yuumi is an interesting card here. I would also like to point out that Spirits Unleashed is a very, very good card in general for us. So yeah, we just Frostbite. We can't ignore the Ledros forever. I cannot forever ignore Ledros. Which really sucks, because I would like to forever ignore him. But that is unfortunately not going to work. It doesn't do anything. If I do that, we go down to 7, but their board goes away. Or part of their board goes away. Honestly, I think it might be worth. At this point, if they have burn, then honestly, I kind of gotta respect the fact that they just have burn. Gets rid of 3 units, though. Brings me down to 7 at a lot of mana. I could also draw off of the Soraka finally. This is very risky and probably very silly. Again, C, sleep deprivation. Under sleep deprivation, C, bad decision making. Alternatively, also silly Runeterra gameplay. Okay. Shape stone eventually. There's another Heimer Badonkel. We can kill that again, of course. We still have that fucking challenger going on. We're going up to 9. Again, we are still just barely getting a heal per turn. Heal per turn is pretty good. I just don't want that to come fucking slamming back down. I need some way to obliterate it, and I don't think this deck is going to give it to me, unfortunately. More tough turrets is kind of bad. Kind of low-key bad for us. Yuumi is nice. The Yuumi is nice. It is an 8/8. I'm a little amazed it's an 8/8, which, I mean, makes sense with all of the buffs. It's just like, look, my cat's an 8/8. Get out of here. I need to get around your last breath effect somehow, though. And that's really difficult. And they're also probably gonna kill me in the next turn anyway. Come on, Aram. Give me something good. That's... And Malawi. That means it's an 8/12 with Overwhelm Alawi. I can cast Alawi and then put the Yuumi in it. That's a lot of Overwhelm now, isn't it? Oh, they overwrote. Did they overwrite the... They overwrote Ledros? What the fuck are they doing? Anyway, I do have Alawi. I don't need the spawn. I just need pussy and tentacles. Yeah, I don't give a shit. I'm pretty sure I don't give a shit because I'm about to absolutely murder you. I can also heal Devoted Council with the Soraka and draw technically. So yeah, we're gonna attach. I think you think I win maybe? I think I win maybe 2 because that's a 16-20 in fact with Spell Shield. So they need to ping the Spell Shield and they need to have a Vengeance and they fucking surrendered. Oh, we managed to drag it out long enough to get around the Ledros. I felt for some reason like a very long game, but I think all of the games are feeling long right now. Again, sleepy. Sleepy L is here. Okay, good shit though. I'm glad we finally got a victory on that one. Moving along with submissions. Our last submission here is from Sick Pike, so let's go check that out. Import. I have reached the maximum number. Terrible. Absolutely terrible. I'm gonna delete this one. And then we're gonna import a new one. And we're gonna see Jarvan Bilgewater. The Jarv water. Yes, Jarv water is what I meant. Anyway, let's maybe not do the do those. Oh, just run through like an hour of Minecraft Legends. Queen, oh, you want your if you want your game today, we can do that for sure. I assumed that you had actually gone to bed, so I was like, all right, we're just gonna do the decks. But if you want the games, I'm totally down. I don't have. I could redeem the set card back, which I've been seeing other people use and does look very good. but I need to redeem that. But yes, let's me get a win with this, or test this out, and then you're good. Just waiting for me? Oh, I'm sorry. I thought that you were going to bed, so we were going to do it another day. Apologies. I was just confused. In that case, you were actually technically before the queue on this. So how about this? I'll bring this deck versus you, and then I can do a 2-in-1. So we'll get to see this deck a little bit here. So yeah, Queen, if you want to go challenge, let's go fucking jump in. How is my questo? How much progress have I made on the little event pass if my client doesn't break when I click on things? We are up to 349, so I've made a little bit of progress today. Not a shitload of progress, unfortunately, but a little bit of progress. Dope. Is the deck eternal or normal? I don't know if friend challenges distinguish, because I don't think there's a best of 3 or anything for eternal stuff. I think if you just go into a friend challenge, it can be either. This, I believe, is, let's see, Jarvan and the other thingy standard. Is it a standard deck? We'll find. Yeah, it's a standard deck. So either one should work, and the friend challenge I think should work just as a blanket statement, which is the thing that we were trying to fight when we were planning the Poro Cup, which is just that like the best of 3 doesn't work for Eternal, which is just kind of really annoying. We'd like the best of 3 to just be available for Eternal in general, which is kind of annoying. Eventually they'll have Eternal competitive. Eventually we'll get it. One day. But yeah, Jarvan Alawi. I should also probably look at the deck a little bit closer. I was just like, it's Jarvan Alawi. We smack, and then we have the King of Demacia. Idol answered prayer, Eye of God, form up heavy metal, Petrocite, Broadwing, single combat, Cataclysm, Tentacle Smash, the Sea's Voice, Alawi, Buru Lookout, I have Boros, Jarvan, and Naga, and big Stompy. Literally didn't notice there is a challenge request till now. Yeah, there is one currently in the queue, but I'm doing them both at the same time. Oh, in general, in the channel points. Oh, yeah. It's been there for a little bit, actually. I was gonna go through and make custom icons for all of them, and then I got lazy and I didn't. So it's not particularly flashy. It's just there in general. Oh my God, the soul looks pretty. The soul looks so pretty. That's kind of okay. Let me maybe mulligan the 5 cost. The 5 cost is a little bit much. I want to see the full art. The Eternal Dragon is a blithering fool. A blithering fool. Aesol coming out with those withering fucking insults. I need to see the biggest, dickest soul as well. I will look on with pride as my storm-blessed champion punishes this evil with roaring impunity. Good shit, soul. I have 2 Alawies. That's a lot of Alawies. The spawn and the smacking should help, though, I think. Wish I could have done something to the Watchful Idol, but we don't quite have that yet. Spawn 2. That's actually not bad, because we don't technically lose the tentacle here. Might be too much of a risk. Not the worst risk. Not the worst risk if that's how it resolves. Pure removal available now. Let's get our first Alawi onto the board, I think. We got many smashes. We have many a hentai here. That's a Dame Break. That should be fine. They're very big units. The 8-6. The joys of an 8-6. Yeah, Alawi is sometimes just real fucking intimidating. We could try to single combat it out of the way so we do have the full damage happening, because that is a leveled Alawi. Yeah, we had a kind of a crazy opener right here. That is a little crazy of an opener. I'm unfortunately not giving Queen time to show off the skin, which kind of sucks. So we could slow it down. There might be ways for Targon Shadow Isles to deal with us, of course. Like that, for instance, Falling Star. So I will absolutely be fine with that. There were still 6 turns away from a soul incoming. Though we were gonna do 2 chances to get the soul anyway, so probably okay. It was 2 games versus Queen. That was Twilight Protector is a happening. We have another tentacle smooshy. I feel like a tentacle smooshy is kind of okay. We could also Eye of God Cataclysm eventually. Also, I think equipping in general is just not a bad idea. Hide the leveled one. There's a straight up vengeance. Okay, so we do lose that. Fair enough. But we still have our champ in the back, just waiting for things to happen. We do have that Cataclysm just hanging out in general. We could also focus speed spell or focus spell spawn 2 draw 2, which might work. It gives us more allowy power. That might be a removal. That might be a sunburst or something. I mean, actually sunburst doesn't work because she's natively a 3/7. Might be something else that's just really bad for us. I think Eye of God, though, into Cataclysm is just kind of nice. Because the tentacles will still be growing if we cast Eye of God on stuff. Yeah, I'm gonna risk it. I'm gonna risk the Eye of God into things. We don't have Jarvan. Jarvan would certainly help us out here. Yeah, okay, kind of expected that one a little bit. Kind of expected that one. We could heavy metal the 2/2 down. It's a 2/2. Not sure how much of a threat it's going to be later. Not also sure if that deck runs equipment, but I think we'll just kill the 2/2 while we can. 4 turns until any potential souls happen. Probably, yeah, just going to do a spawn.
Raise your weapon, Sunwood.
I think it's time to spawn! 12 power tentacle is necessary for that. We found our 3rd Alawi. We actually have all of them, which is kind of nutty. Or at least is a little nutty. Let's do a Watchful Idol here. I will bide my fucking time until Nagakaboros happens. Because a 12 power tentacle is also just going to take a soul and rip him to shreds. Doesn't matter if your soul, if there's a full board of tantrums happening to your face hole. Sorry, soul. Apologies. Yeah, no ramp has happened either, which is kind of nice. Let's re-equip that weapon. 2 vengeances have been committed, so there's probably not too much hard removal in the deck, though I do hesitate a little bit to say that for sure. Okay, let's do this. We have Form Up in hand. We've got the Tentacle Smash and or Cataclysm, or Cataclysm in hand as well. There's a Sunburst. Can't undo the silence part. But I can still do the attacking part where I get a 5/5. Which is nice. 4 mana remaining. We're spawning a little bit more. We're spawning 2 more times off of this, and we do have the smash. So we can make a pretty big tentacle, which means Nagakaboros might be an option. I would love it if we could do this, though. I really want this. Health of 4 or less. That's what I've got this for. That's what I've got to form up for. Demacia! Unit town! Okay, let's pass. You're becoming a 6/6. Sorry, I'm miscounting. No, 7/7. Oh, spawn 1. But, because you spawn twice off of the Ilawi, right? Of the sun! Okay, turn 9. 1 more until a soul. Potentially stunning the 7/7. Killing my Alawi, most likely. Leona looks really good in that skin, by the way. I really like the expression on her face. It's just kind of great. If I spawn 2, that makes it 9. This makes it 10. If my little thing doesn't die, but the Alawi is gonna die, which makes this difficult. If I Cataclysm onto the 2/2, we get a 12/12 and a 9/9. I think this is actually correct because it will grow her stats. And then we still have C's voice into Tentacle, which means I might be able to do some Nagakaboros bullshit. I really want to do Nagakaboros bullshit into a soul. I really, really do. That's my dream right now. No, not my little tentacle, dude. Ah, shit. Okay. Ah, shit. Okay. Fair enough. Fair enough. Fair enough. Spawn 2. Does this make it big enough? Oh, this makes it big enough, though, actually. Ma'am, help, you are the tired and the bone hurty juice? Not the bone hurty juice! I have the tantrum. I have the tantrum already because the spawn triggered now on summon. I'm gonna do it. I'm so sorry. I am so sorry. But I have to. It's a tantrum. I'm having a nice tantrum. It's 53 damage. I see the Nagakaboros tantrum. We take the Nagakaboros tantrum. I'm so sorry. The next game, I will happily let the soul occur. I think next game we let the soul happen. But the deck got a win. It's a pretty good shit. Also, I'm sorry that the bone hurty no good. Get some rest if you need, obviously. Take care of yourself. Get some tea. Get some warm things, get some snuggles, whatever you want. How about Eternal Time? I'll bring something that will probably let you get the soul a little bit more easily. Or I could bring my own... soul. How many souls do I have, actually? Soulnivia. Soulnivia is kind of not the control I was looking for. Lizard Buddies is also a good option, though. Lizards? Or do we want a different soul time? I don't remember what this is. I don't actually remember what this is. So let's do that. Gonna go harass your best friend for snuggles. His ass is mine! His ass is mine! As long as he's agreeing to it, I don't see why not. That's a lot of things! And I can't really use right now, but thank you for offering. Okay, that's usable. That's what we call ramp. That's what we call another FTR in my hand, even though I rejected them previously. Having friends to snuggle, though, is always nice. Is always nice. That's a Zoe. I know that my mind is crumbling under what it doesn't understand. I face this reality every single day of I am afraid and I don't know what's happening. Let's go with a whirding stone. Get Lysandra. I do need to summon more allies eventually. We'll see when that happens. I'm gonna deal one to everything. Let's just get a Zoe off the field. We're here for the soul action, not the Zoe action, you know what I mean? Could have gotten more with an avalanche and left that as a 0-1, but I just kind of fucked that up. Let's do Lysandra into Winter's Touch. I think we'll at least get some more ramp going, hopefully. I think the 0-2 should be relatively safe here. God of the Spatanov? Thank you for the follow. Apologies if I fucked that up at all, but appreciate you joining the stream. Hope you're enjoying your time here. Okay. Yeah, just chilling with some ramps. Sharima, your emperor has returned. Hope you enjoyed that. My voice tried to give up a little bit at the end there, but we held it together. We're holding it together. Welcome in. I mean, I can cast Wrath of the Freljord soon. It is a big Wrath of the Freljord. It is an angry boar. What are you gonna do against an angry fucking boar? This Angy Pangy. It's also kind of cute. Like, it's very large, but it's also kind of cute. Anyway, Hayara Allseer is talking about shit. That's 2 Winter's Touches that were cast in this turn. The ramp is happening. My opponent, Queen here, currently ramping a little bit better than me. How dare you? How dare you ramp better in a Zoe Soul when I'm doing some decidedly off-brand Lysandra leveling? Ooh, there's an FTR. 1 turn off of my own FTR. But unfortunately, we are going to see that those 10/10s come out. And we are, of course, going to watch the soul become his ultimate form. Very pretty, that one. Yeah, the heel horse can die. The heel horse can die, generally speaking. I could go with the harsh winds here, but we're gonna let the level up. We're gonna let the level up happen. I could frostbite the Zoe here. Doesn't really necessarily further anything in particular. We can also just cast FTR ourselves next turn, which should be enough to start thinking about dealing with the units, though we don't have elusive. We're just going to be able to argue with the soul. So I think then it would be it's just going to be a frostbite the Zoe until death scenario, which is, to be fair, 1 more attack, which is not very many attacks. It's so pretty. It does look a little like a Nivea, but also it's just fucking beautiful. It's like the it's like the Tempest. It's like the Tempest dragon from the last TFT set. Descend the Skies also gets custom art, which is cool. Woo! My small lame dragon. Lysandras is funny though. Lysandras is fucking funny. Yeah, I mean, if there's a Descend the Skies or something over there, unfortunately I won't be able to do very much. Into 10 mana? I mean, Buried in Ice is a card for sure. Potentially in hand. But hey, 2 FTRs occurred. Good shit anyway. That gets pulled back. There isn't it that stairs for my landmarks? Oh, for my landmarks. Because they're getting close. We can still level the Lysandra, but it is obviously not gonna work out the best. We did get the level at least, though. We did get the level. We do have that sweet, sweet 11/11, and everybody's invoking. I got the charger, which is a little unfortunate. I think let's level... Well, I wish I could level this, but I might need the harsh winds to avoid that. We have 3 sisters. You can't really do a whole lot with that, so that's also a dead Lysandra, which is unfortunate. That's a little disappointing. My horned fellow. For a second, I don't know if I've ever heard that interaction before, or at least I never paid attention to it. For a second, I was like, in my sleep deprived state, I was like, is he gonna say my horny fellow? In which case, sure, fuck yeah. I could obliterate that. I could also just nicely freeze it for a moment. I think in order to not die, I'm going to nicely freeze it. Could obliterate it. I think it's fine though. Could have used the frostbite and then buffed the soul actually to trade with the enemy soul here. That actually would have been better. That actually would have been a lot better. I kind of flubbed that one a little bit. I wasn't thinking about the 3 sisters interaction with the amount of mana that I had, or with the amount of mana the harsh winds cost. So that was a mistake. 6 of 10, 5 mana remaining. Oh, no, we're not entirely dead. Silencing is fine. Let's do another unit though, just so that we have a little bit more. Throw Bulwark. What an art. Hi, Pantheon. technically. He also doesn't have pants. I guess it runs in the Darken family, huh? Just no pants. Just a no pants gang, really. Still a really just fucking gorgeous card. This is so pretty. I love the glowy aesthetic of the fucking invoked cards. They're so good looking. Anyway, I might be losing some stuff here. I'm probably losing some stuff here. Because now I didn't keep the harsh winds open. Yeah, I'm definitely losing it, like, a little bit to a lot of it. Definitely losing it a little bit to a lot of it. The first thing you do when you overthrow society, remove pants. You know, that's why I'm a threat to the government. Because I wear pants. And obviously, all governments should be anti-pant.
Bring down
The mountain! I will not bring down the mountain. I will be chilling over here, okay? Fuck you. I like the mountains. What if they're my home, soul? Catalyst is healing. They get a free challenger here. Not that that's gonna do much. That Zoe's still gonna absolutely kick our teeth in. Crescent strike! More kicking of the teeth. Not my teeths, but my teeths. My teeth, though. That doesn't really help except for picking the spell shield for a harsh winds, which is actually not the worst scenario here. We've got a Wrath of the Freljord, which means nothing will be interacting with this at all because they're all above the threshold. The Scourge is a bad time. That's the end of the game for sure. That's definitely the end of the game. Oh, if only we had a Lysandra to witness this, but unfortunately no such thing. And now the Scourge is a 1510! Ah! Written in the stars. Oh no. If only I could use you. It's probably gonna top deck me a soul anyway. Would that be an affordable Descend the Skies? 2 less for each dragon or celestial. 2 less would be bringing it down to -4, so 11. This is actually potentially something with a soul, but that's unfortunately also a Descend the Skies coming from my opponent. So, yeah, I would have had it. I would have had it were it not for the fact that I'm about to very much not have it anymore. Yep. It's really pretty though. Alt art is very good. Descend the Skies is also just a really pretty effect. Can't deny the really pretty effects. I'm gonna cast my other soul. He's a 13/13. And the Scourge! Unfortunately, just a turn behind, of course. -47. You know, for beating up somebody without security earlier and other such things, I feel like that is extremely fair. So I'm just gonna back away. We got to see the leveled soul, though. Queen, you got to show off the skin. I got to show off a pretty fun Alawi Jarvan deck. And I think I'm gonna leave the stream there. So thank you all for joining this evening. Do not forget that the Eternal Poro Cup is currently scheduled for Sunday, and we're still looking for a few more players if you're at all interested in that. It should be you thought three Revenges that used the loss to the slap. The Alawi slap. I was sitting on that Cataclysm waiting for a time to cast it. It was a little mean. The Eternal Poro Cup tournament is currently scheduled for 10 a.m. Pacific time on Sunday. If you're not interested, the registration will still be open for a day or so. If we don't hit 8, we'll just be postponing until May, potentially rethinking some of the deck building conditions. So go use tourney chat command if you're all interested, or go to elzon.com for deck building rules and all the sign up shit and all of that. This is also probably a good opportunity to mention once again that I'll be on vacation for the first couple weeks of May. I'll be posting on social media with photos and updates and so on and so forth, and I will be bringing Flufferton to actually check out some stuff with me on the trip. Also, Swolge, thank you for the follow. I'm assuming you are the person we've been talking to in the Discord as well, so thanks for the stream support as well. I'll be bringing Flufferton with me to experience adventures, so that'll be a lot of fun. Nothing else, I think, big. That's about it for me. So thank you all again for joining the stream. Looking forward to seeing you in the next one. That will either be the tournament on Sunday if it's happening and not postponed, or 5 p.m. Pacific time on Sunday for the regular content. We'll definitely be back on Monday at 8 p.m. Pacific time for regular Runeterra. And then I actually really enjoyed playing the Mage Seeker last Sunday, or last Thursday. So we'll probably be doing that again on Thursday, just to have some fun, get some lore, do something else that isn't Runeterra for a little bit, and also just get technically better at the game, because I actually really like the combat. The combat was pretty fucking decent. So I am going to bid you all adieu, and we're gonna go find somebody else to raid out to. So I'm gonna go do my usual trawling of the category and see what's up. It's me. Hi, me. Who do we want to raid out to? There are a bunch of people I don't actually recognize, so good shit. How about this person? Don't know if we rated them before, but let's go check it out. Thank you all again for joining. Appreciate the follows and the subs and all the support in general. Thank you for all bearing with me through the slight weirdness earlier, but we bounced back, and free donuts for all is a fantastic policy that I think we can all agree on. So, on that note, go get yourself a donut if you can, and if you can't, I send you a virtual donut. Happy time zone to you. Thank you all again, and hope to see you in a future stream.